Welcome to another episode of Afrikanzchat. My name is Anwar, and I have some special guests here with me today. I'm going to introduce all of you, but I'm going to, start from this side all the way. So all that I want you to do is, introduce yourself, your name, your relationship status. If you're cool with letting us know what you do, if you're not cool with it, we're still okay with it. And one interesting thing about you.
My name is Kevin. I am very single, but in relationship with the Lord. And what I do, I work at a bank. I won't say which one. And
we're gonna come for loan.
Yeah,
we're gonna come for loans.
Yeah. Listen, miss my name, but yeah. One cool thing about me is I'm very. I take life very lightly. I'm not too serious about
life. Okay. What about you?
My name is Kayla. I'm 27 and I work for the government.
Nice.
One fun fact about me, I'm always happy 24/7. No, I'm lying. But very often, like,
I nearly asked what if you're mad? You still happy?
Honestly, it's either I'm happy or I cry. Either or. So if I'm mad, I'll cry. Or I'll smile and cry. That type of crazy.
Oh, wow.
Your husband, where is he?
Oh, single. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Nowhere to be found yet. Looking for you.
What about you?
Hi, my name is Madison. And I'm 21.
Uh-huh.
I got 2 kids. My relationship status is I'm not married, but I'm with the father.
Oh, okay.
And also, interesting part about me is, honestly, I will make you learn.
You want to learn?
I will make you learn.
Oh, learn. Oh, okay.
Yeah, about a lot of stuff, especially about Africanism and stuff like that. I will make you learn. Trust me.
Also, that is to say, like, you could put somebody on something that somebody is not like familiar with.
Exactly, but also, like, what I'm saying is that I believe that I got sent to help, especially African people.
Okay.
How do we say this? Mindset.
Say it in French, or maybe I'll
This is
help.
the thing, I don't know how to say it in French.
Oh no.
But like I'm saying is that
Oui,
I'm
oui,
here
oui.
to wake up people. I'm
No.
here to wake up people.
Like mentally.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Wokeness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
That was strong. That was
Yeah.
deep.
Mm.
I want to know what you're all about later. though.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Well, to quick start this show, I just want to ask this question, probably directed to the ladies, but I'm throwing it to the panel. Do you think asking a guy always to buy you things irresponsible?
Yeah, I'll say the word irresponsible might not be the greatest word to use, but I think that asking for a man or expecting a man to pay every time shouldn't be a thing for me. But I know that some men might be comfortable with it, some might not be. But for me personally, it's like you should be able to buy your own things. And like, for example, the biggest example is the restaurant. If you, I won't be the type to subtly look at my purse as if I had something in my bag and then I have nothing. I will just, if he doesn't want to pay, that's fine. That just tells me, that tells me you're not that interested into me.
If it's not willing to pay
For the first date?
for the
Yeah.
first date, okay. So is it?
Stop laughing.
Hey, yo. Okay.
So is it that like is it because of like society
Yes.
made
100%.
men to pay first date, so
Yeah.
like it's like a necessity for a man to like pay for a first date?
Necessity, I feel like it's a big word. But I feel like if he doesn't, I understand the message. That's what I'm like. I get a message from you not paying on the first date. For me, if you pay on the first date, it's because it went well. So like, it's like a little message to say like, I'm interested.
Okay.
And the next one, if I invite you, I'll pay for it. Like, I'm able to pay for it. I'll come with my wallet. And honestly, if I'm not interested, I'm probably going to be like, no, it's fine. I'll pay for my part. Just to make sure.
Does it happen like that, bro? Like, does it happen like that?
Listen,
Because I've never seen it like that.
brother, like she's saying that if a man doesn't pay, like if he pay only his half on the first date, it means that he's not interested in you.
To me, it means you're not interested.
What if he's testing you?
Testing me about what?
Like I won't say like there's typical first date, like the guy went out of his way to ask you out and type of stuff. Okay. And there's other first date is like you just have a great relationship, like off rip.
The more
you're
modern
like-
way-ish?
Yeah, like you say, oh, you like that type of movie? Yes. I like you. You trying to go with me? Yes. Like it could be first dates, but you know, it's like it's not official. I believe that when you want to ask you out, for real, like of course you gotta pay, but that doesn't mean anything.
But that's the point I am going with. It's like, if you want something serious with me and we're going on a serious date, if you're not paying, I'll take it as a message, personally.
Man, I disagree. I disagree.
Yeah?
It depends. Like if you had a great time with the guy and you stay paying for your half, like don't you think like it's still interesting you?
I won't. I honestly won't.
Because of money.
No, because of
I'ma
the
say it like that.
intention. Because of the intention. Like, as a man, as a husband, what are you trying to be to your wife? A provider?
Yes.
So if you don't see the potential in me during that first date, that's what I like. If you don't give me that first sign of like, I want to provide for you, I want to make you feel safe, I want to make you feel seen, make you feel wanted. For me, on that first date, you made the intention of like asking me out. I got ready. I'm going to show up. We're going to have great conversation. It went well and everything. For me, it's like, and maybe it's because of society, but like at the end of the day, it is something that I think is a great thing. And I take it as a message if you do not pay for the first date.
Listen.
The first serious date.
One
let's
last
put it that
rebuttal.
way.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, but you said a key word. Okay. If a guy sees that you're worth providing for, okay, he would make a move like, you know what, she's worth providing for. Yeah. But there's men out here trying to be sure that you're not that girl who's thinking about money first and then other stuff after. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like that might be like the first test. Like if she's like, no, I'm gonna pay for my half. Like we both agree to go to that restaurant, or we both agree to go to do that activities. Like let me pay for my half. This speaks volume to a man. And don't worry, next time you'll show up to the restaurant, you'll see that waiter will never come with a bill because the bill was already paid. All right? So that's my take.
So. If you say so.
That's my take.
Maybe you're that type of man, but I don't think
I
every
think I
man
agree
is
with
like
him
that.
to a certain extent. Like, you know, a man could also test a woman. We don't necessarily have to like pay. Like I can pay, but a man too could also test a woman just to see if truly you're also like committed. Not just him. I understand what you meant by the first date, and I think that's society. Like men. There's a lot of pressure on men, even when it comes to sex. But I don't think women know. You know the pressure. Yeah, man. You know that. You agree with me, though,
man. Pressure, you see? Hey, come on now.
There is a lot of pressure. Yeah, but that's another topic for another day.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on men. So I think the first date, and imagine, right? Men tend to like spend more. A woman could literally know, like from the get go, that she's not interested in this guy, but she'll always go for the first date. They do.
No, I don't think. Well, okay, I'm speaking for myself. Okay, but if I know for a fact that I'm not interested, like 0%, I won't go on the date. I won't waste anyone's time. But if I feel like there's a slight chance for you to, for example, you're not physically my type to 100%, and I give this date a chance is because I see that you're nice. Maybe you're not like, I wouldn't break my neck for you, but you nice. Your chat game was smooth. You were interesting, and then you asked me out on a date. I'll give you the time of day. No?
No splitting bills.
It's I'll split the bill. Like if the man comes to me and be like, but I'll take it as a message. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'll absolutely take it as a message.
I think that's not the norm though. You know, you just like how you're saying right now, you offer to pay.
Yeah.
80%, you know,
True.
This argument is more leans towards like the majority. Mm-hmm. So 80% of women wouldn't be saying I'll offer to pay.
I agree.
They're always expecting you to pay as a man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. What do you think?
Honestly, to me, it's like, why it gotta be so complicated?
Facts.
The thing is that
straightforward.
the like, I'm gonna be straight.
Yeah.
It's really the society who put this in, like, it's gotta be the woman or the man who pay. But why it just not like easy as like, like we're going on a date and that's it, instead of if I'm the woman, you have to pay for me, or if you invite me, you are the one who's supposed to pay for me. Why you guys cannot wait at the end of the date to be like, like, you know, like the waiter's gonna come and then you're gonna put the card, or the guy is gonna put the card. But why you gotta be like, I don't know, like, if I'm not interested, like, I'm not gonna pay for you, or I'm testing you. Like, why you gotta be so hard like that? But when I think about it, it's because some women and some men are like that too. Like the way, like, you know, like, how do we say this? Gold digger, because I know some men are gold digger too.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, but
Louder,
I hear what you're saying, and I hear what you're saying about, like, you guys trying to test a woman that if she's this or if she's that. I understand that, but trust me, like, the first intention, I mean, how do we say this? How she's gonna show up is gonna tell you if she's this or that. Trust me, best believe. Trust me,
yeah.
I think I agree with you, but you see, it's society. Like, okay, let's go back. Let's pick it back all the way, back in the olden days. You know, it's men are providers, protectors, and all of that. So it's more of like that. That's how life is designed. Even when you look at like religion, both Islam, Christianity, it's almost like that. So from that era all the way to now, it's almost the same. But I think now people are just riding over it and taking advantage. And that's what I was saying earlier. Like a woman could clearly know that she's not really into you, but she still accept that date that you're requesting, right?
But you know what? The issue is there's many men as well that ruined that dating scene, and I'm gonna take accountability for that. Like
personal experience,
but for men, because what you're saying is. Yes, they're taking advantage, but there's some men that don't understand how the game is played. So they're gonna lead with their pockets. They're gonna lead with offering and stuff. Understand? Without thinking that back in the days, it wasn't like, yes, we provide, but we provide for fun. Like the woman had to bring something back to say, okay, that woman, I'm gonna protect her. I'm gonna fight every freaking dragon or whatever wolf.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like he has to see value in her for him to say, like, I'm gonna be the provider for you. So.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Like I just realized something right now.
Go ahead.
Okay, so honestly, like, I'm not mad at men that be testing women, because sometimes you're gonna go on a date with a woman, and then you don't even know on her phone, like, what is your name. What I'm saying is this.
That's mad.
Not because I'm gonna be honest, because I already work as a waiter, but I'm not like in Montreal say, like, I'm not Sumun. It's just like I was there and I saw, like, in the woman's phone, like, I'm on a date with the guy who always take me on to eat, or I'm
on date with guy number 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Guy number 5.
Women say that, like, when they meet each other, they have a list.
Yeah, they have a list.
When we don't take people seriously, when we don't take men seriously, honestly, I had that phase where I had like nicknames for
brother.
One of them was a car.
Rent guy,
exactly.
car notes.
This
Like-
is the saddest
Mercedes
part.
guy.
This is the saddest
Boom.
part.
Oh, the
Vocal
koala.
But
I'm saying
why
Because
do you
he's
think-
soft.
But why do
Wow,
you think
that's-
men have trust issues? I really understand men why they have trust issues, you know?
uh-huh.
Because, I mean, I'm not
Mad
trying
trust
to
issues.
bash women. Like, I'm a woman myself. I got 2 daughters, you know, one in my belly, one at home. But like I'm saying is that it's okay to men to have trust issues when it comes to this, because you don't want to be the Mercedes guy. You don't want to be the rent guy. You want to be
Facts.
maybe the husband or maybe the guy you will love till the end. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this not you know, this is why sometimes men are not complicated but have some list, like a woman gotta be this, a woman gotta be that.
I think everyone has to have a list,
Exactly.
though. Like, just
Which one is accepted though?
Exactly.
The women's or the men's?
I think that women speak more about it and they're more straightforward. Like,
You sure about
I want
that?
my man to be 6 feet tall and
Yeah.
So
Go,
we
girl.
do
You go, girl.
no, but we do speak about it a bit more
Are,
often.
are we not talking about all this?
No,
You
because
sure about that?
yeah, you want to know why?
Go ahead.
Because of society, and yes, because like also I feel like there's a way to say things.
Semantics.
Like, if you prefer
Uh-huh.
athletic women, you can say it that way. But you can't say I don't like fat women. That's disrespectful.
Well, y'all can see y'all don't like short guys.
Exactly.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like we say, for example, I prefer men that are taller. For me, I'll never say I hate short guys, because I've dated some. I gave chance to some. And I prefer tall guys.
Is there a reason?
Just because I like being in heels and I feel like I could be in a little cocoon and he could just lift me and
But again, like,
he could flip me and, you know?
Hey, it's PG-13, right? Chill out.
But you know, what I know about the female nature is just as what she said right now. When a woman is really in love, she doesn't look at all of that. She brings down her walls just to, like, you know, accommodate whatever that she's seeing right in front of her. So do you think, like, my next question is gonna be, when a woman is playing hard to get, do you think it's wise or unwise?
This is, to me, is the dumbest thing you could do.
Why?
Like I said, I'm a simple guy. Like, I'm open book. I'm easy to read. I don't go around the bush. Like, you'll know my intention from the start. Like, if you like something, show me you like something. Don't try to show like, nah, like I need to text him like 30 minutes after I receive his text, or
It's really stupid.
like,
It is.
like me, my biggest word is reciprocating. If you don't reciprocate, like, you could miss something big. I'm not trying to throw flowers over my head, which I should be. You feel me? But you could miss something big. Like you can meet a guy, like he was ready to give you everything, but you're trying to play hard to get just to be desirable.
I think what I heard, like, back in the day is, and I think back in the day was better, but what I heard was if a woman played hard to get, is a man is supposed to, like, value her more. But like, if women do know men, like a man's nature, you be like, you end up doing things differently because we don't think like that. Gone were the days whereby you could play hard to get.
I would have to just rebuttal and ask you a question, though. At the core, men are like hunters, no?
Yeah.
Like, they want the chase. I don't say I disagree, but like, to what extent do we have to be like, as women, to what extent do we have to be like, well, okay, he has to chase me, but then when I'm his, oh, well, his attention is on other women because he's not chasing me anymore. That's my question.
I'm letting you go. I'm letting you go.
So do you agree that
You're
A man-
answering your question with a question.
No, yeah. It's the same question. I'm answering you,
Okay.
but it sounds like a question. Do you agree that like a man, like men are allowed to like chase a woman to get a woman, but it's a woman's due? That was my follow up question after this, but it's like we're jumping into it. Do you think like after a man getting a woman, it's up to the woman to maintain the man, to be able to keep the man?
Oh, that's a good question too.
Hold on. Before we answer, like keep that. That's a great question, but I just want to say something because there's playing hard to get and being unaccessible to every man. There's two different things, and that's what people misconstrued. It's like they're saying like, oh, I have to play hard to get to be valuable. No, your value is that it's not every man that can get you. It's only the greatest hunters that can get you. Yeah. It's like if you're a woman of value, you won't let like someone who doesn't have any morals like come and get you.
Facts.
That's the thing that people may be
And to add on that, because sometimes it is hard also if women play hard to get. Because, for example, me, I don't play hard to get. If I like you, I like you, And if I don't, you don't. I don't like you. But men do tend to take it because I'm nice and I have a smile. So I'll deny you politely and respectfully. But I'll smile and I'll be like, no, thank you. It's good. I'm good. And they take it as a challenge. It's like, until I'm rude.
I think men got that thing from women too. It's like when you keep putting pressure, she might end up accepting you. Like they say, women like stuff like.
That's
it's
why
like
I'm telling
when a
you,
man
women,
gives up
please
easily,
stop.
is like to them like we got that from me. It's not like we like innately we knew that like women are like that. It's more of like men adopt.
Yeah.
That's why I keep saying that today's generation, what you're doing is, that like 50-50, whatever thing that is happening, I'm independent, I don't need a man. When men adapt to that, it's going to affect women. Now, there are men that are trying to be traditional, but imagine if men go the route that women are, like what they keep saying now, and we adapt to that, just like what we talk about going on a date, it's everything is going to be like, open your own door.
Yeah. But you know what you said?
Yeah.
The one that you should blame on is not the man.
I'm not blaming it.
No, I'm saying,
just saying.
I'm going to say the B word. You have to blame the female for that. I'm going to tell you why. Okay? Because there's female in this society, okay? They don't like the man, but they will get services from the man. They'll get some advantage from the man, but they're not into them. You feel me? So that guy thinks that if he keeps trying harder, he might get her one day. So you're being sincere. Like, man, I'm sorry. I don't want your money. I don't want nothing. Like, I'm not into you.
Yeah.
But he was so exposed to those females that he could bring to the club sometimes, buy some drinks, go to the restaurant sometimes, you feel me? But they're not going to give him nothing else. Nothing. Like, they're only waiting on the Friday night or Saturday night text like, hey, I got this planning on the evening, like, would you come? And she trying to make her summer lit. I'm like, yes, I'll say yes, but I'm not interested to the guy. They ruined that for you.
Okay, and well,
yeah,
I'm not gonna ask a question.
Yeah. So honestly, like the woman who play like hard to get is really stupid because why? I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm so honest.
It's great.
Like
it's just like because I'm gonna be honest. Like for real.
Yeah.
Some women gonna play hard to get, but at the end she's gonna cheat on you. Some women going to play hard to get just to use you emotionally and mentally and financially. But because the problem is in the society is like men cannot really express how we feel.
Yeah.
If he express how we feel, oh, you soft, you this, you that. But I'm gonna be fucking honest. Bitches
talk your shit.
Okay, you know what?
Come on now.
Okay. The thing is that some women, some bitches, like I'm saying, they gonna show you in front of your face that she's using you.
Yeah.
So don't don't even like blame this chick because she showed you that she's trying to use you. So why would you stay like a dumbass here? Like she's gonna show you that she's using you for because you picking her up to eat, you picking her up to have sex in the house or whatever. So don't start to be like, oh, women these days are like that. Nah, she showed you in front of your face that she's using
That's
you.
true though.
So
Yeah, I
why you
agree.
keep staying there? Like
Don't be dumb.
Like she was saying,
Status.
if she's interested in you, it's
I'll
gonna be
show you. You're gonna have
Exactly.
the world.
exactly.
If a woman is truly interested in you, you're like you said, you're going to receive the best of her.
exactly. So please,
But if you don't, it's because she's not interested.
I had a friend whereby it's not all that like a nice guy like that, but he has money. You know, his money comes different, and he's with this girl, and you could clearly see that she's with him because of money. And I think one day they even had an argument about the what's the name of the pill though? The pill the birth control pill that she takes.
Yes.
He buys it for her, right? So he
Yeah.
took a trip to Tanzania. He came back, then he realized that I think it's supposed to be 4, and now it's 3 or so. And he was like, "I'm not around. Like, why do we still have?"
Oh, the
Bring-
plan B?
Yeah, I think plan B or something like. So, and she they had an argument on that, and she was complaining. She was saying, she, you know, women are good at lying. I think she linked it to like her cycle or something, but still do this with her. Clearly, we the guys we know like she's out there
Yeah.
being promiscuous, like she's out there cheating. But I don't know what he sees in it. So I agree with you. There are some slow ass guys out there whereby they could clearly see it, but the problem about men too is
Yeah,
she's not a
way.
prize.
No,
She's-
but
like,
to
she's
his,
not-
no, but to his
did
eyes.
Did you hear that? What he said? She's not.
No, she's not a
Like-
prize.
No, but to his eyes, she is. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I understand that to your eyes, she's not. Because, like, to my eyes, she's not either. But, like,
How
For
can
him?
you tell?
but because you don't use people. For me, when you use people, you're trash.
Like,
Point blank.
because
You're
the thing
trash.
is a prize is it's visible. Like, so you cannot say like
Well-
he can know because he saw her.
If you give me that plant, it might be a price for me because I love plant. He doesn't love plant. You give him that, he's like, what the fuck are you giving me?
The price. The thing is, as we men, like when that thing was happening, we realized that she's out there doing stuff, right? But as men we have this problem, and I wouldn't say even like it's a problem. It's more of like men are committed. You know, men don't fall in love like how
Are they
women.
though?
Yeah.
Always 24/7 committed, 100%.
Do you agree that women are committed to their feelings? When we come to commitment, men commit. Men don't commit easily, but when we do, we do.
I'd have to disagree.
No, I'm telling you, that's a man's nature. When
But
we are
what-
really into a woman, let's
What
say,
do you mean when you say commitment?
Like,
I'll try to understand
let's
that
say
better
if
instead.
this is my woman, out of
Yeah.
like bunch, you ended up deciding to be with this woman.
Mm-hmm.
You're committed to this woman. You could lay your life down for that woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not saying women don't commit, but I'm just saying they only commit to their feelings. A man's feelings will never ever change if he's committed to a woman.
Okay, I get what you saying.
You get what I'm trying to say, right?
I'm not.
That's
so
why you.
I need
and
more
the reason
explanation.
why I said that is because of that my dumb friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like clearly he could see that the girl is cheating, but because he's committed, man, you see, it's easy for men to move on. It takes a longer time for a man to move on. Let's say when there's a breakup,
Yeah.
it could take years. You know, you could have that sharp pain in your heart. It's not like you want to go back. That is like it takes a long time for a man to heal.
1000%.
That is a man who's really in love.
Because we
who's
deal
committed.
with our feelings. Y'all are hiding it. And
No, it's not. It's
No,
not.
no,
It's
no.
not that. What he's saying is, I'm gonna put it in another word. Okay, men are committed to the person that they commit to. You guys are committed to the feelings that you have for that person. That's what he's saying.
Can
So
I-
if
well,
those
well, I have something to
feelings,
that.
if those feelings change, the commitment change. That's what he's saying. But
Mm.
us, if you change, we're still committed to that person.
are you though?
Nah, listen,
If the woman's body changes, aren't you gonna go look elsewhere for?
we're gonna.
You know?
I'm gonna talk for myself, but I'm pretty sure like men's are pretty like that. I'm gonna talk about my concern, but most of women will not listen to that because it's like you gotta love me as I am.
But you're special.
But if I'm broke, if I get broke, I lost my job. Would you love me as I am?
If I can provide for both of us, yes.
For how long?
Come as long as I can.
On.
I mean, like,
capping.
if we can't, like, at the end of the day, if you were the main provider and I see that you struggle, I'll put in the work to balance it out.
Would
For
you,
how
would you
long?
put in the word, or would
I
you
would
help me
put-
get back in the same energy, same pace that I had before?
I would try to help, but usually men won't like, after a long day at work, your man won't come to you and be like, oh my God, that was such a hard day for me, da 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 da. Like, rare are those who will share how hard sometimes it can be, or the pressure that they have with their woman. Rare are those that will share that.
Can I add something to what she
Vas-y.
said about if the woman body change, like will you know
Stay and be loyal
the thing
and
exactly
committed.
But the thing like those two men said is like, if he's committed to you, trust me, you will see it. Because if the man is like, yo baby, like I feel like something changed about you, is your body, like not to be offend, like not to offend you, but what's happening, like do you need help to lose your weight or
That's
whatever,
a perfect
you know?
way to say it, though.
Exactly. But some men will like,
You're fat.
No, not even. They're not gonna like show you or tell you that how do we say this? Like,
They're not very sensitive. Like they're supposed to be like careful with what they say.
Yeah.
no, not about this. Like, they will not show you. They will not tell you, but you will see it. You will feel it.
How they act in their actions.
Exactly, in
Yeah.
their actions. Like, what I'm saying is
They
like,
won't be more affectionate.
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
like you're gonna be like there with him, and he's gonna look at the other woman like, but she's not the same body as you, and then you'll be like, okay.
But I got
Or
a
he
question
doesn't
for you.
touch
Since
you
you
as
said that,
much, or like.
since you said that, and I'm really happy to have two women beside me to ask that question. In that situation, do y'all know off rip what's going on, or you're just playing like the ostrich and you put your head on the sand?
What you mean?
Like, if you seeing like your man is not giving you more like the same affection as before, like, can you do like 2 + 2 = 4? Like, okay, maybe it's because I gained a little weight, so like I need to get myself in shape. Like, do you guys know that, or you just saying like, what's wrong?
Exactly, because sometimes like if the guy doesn't tell you, you will tu vas pas le savoir. You will
won't
not
know.
You won't know, you know. But I know some women's, when their men telling them like some advice or some stuff like that, they're gonna be offended. They're like, oh fuck you, like you don't love me as I am. But he's just trying to help you. Like, if he's telling you that,
Yeah, but he has to say it the same, not the exact same way you said it, but like I feel like it's very tricky to just speak about people's people's body.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the reason why it's a bit more intense for the woman's body also is because at the end of the day, there's some natural stuff that we do that are powerful as fuck. Like, after getting pregnant, it is super hard to gain back the body that you had before. You're going to have scars. You're going to have some more body fat. Your body has to readapt and reconstruct the tissues and everything. While men, it's like you don't get, well, nowadays we don't know, but you don't usually get pregnant. You don't go through those phases of natural life and birth, and then you have to adapt again to you yourself looking at yourself in the mirror. You don't have the same relationship with your body, and then to add, your man's not looking at you the same way anymore. How are you supposed to feel?
You know, okay, go
I'm
on.
sorry.
No, go on, go
Okay.
on.
Go ahead.
So this is where you have to, like, you gotta do it for you, not for him. Because like I'm saying, like, I'm gonna be honest, some women are built differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some men love women like this. Some men like love women like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if your man, at the first sight, he saw he loved you, like the first time he saw you, that's mean like you're not really paying attention on what he trying to tell you, you know. But sometimes it's communication the problem. Honestly, sometimes
I think it's more communication than the woman's body.
Exactly.
That's what
Communication.
You
yeah.
see, what I think is, I agree. Like men are, especially I've seen pregnant women, and women go through changes, and when that happens, for a man, it takes a toll on women, right? And
Yeah.
if even if you have a wife, and let's say she ends up giving you 2, 3 kids, and her body changes, all that she can do as a man, you're supposed to be considerate. All that she can do is to, like, overtime. She has to, like, work out whatever, but the man should be her motivation for her
Yeah,
to go through
agreed.
all of that, right?
Yep.
But don't get me wrong, men are visual creatures. He might end up looking, but that does not mean that he wants to keep that woman.
I
That's why I
agree.
keep saying, when a man commits, I don't think, even if a woman, imagine, will you still love, let's say you married a man like him, he, like, he's fitted, he exercise regularly and all of that. So, and, fast forward, let's say 5 years or maybe 7 years later, he ended up gaining weight, like probably like 300 pounds. Will you see him the same way?
I would, because that's me.
You're capping.
And
No, you can't. I don't
am I
believe
capping?
you.
Kev, you know me. Don't try to put me in a box where
Listen,
I'm with
okay.
all them.
No. When she
So
loves,
what?
she loves.
What?
Okay.
What I
That-
will say,
Even if
what
it's
I was
300
going,
pounds?
what I was going to say
Yeah.
is, if I love him, I'm not gonna let him go to that point.
Yes, that's blessed.
I will
Yeah.
never let him go to that point. If I have to, I'll drag his booty to the gym.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same thing that happens to women. But the thing is, we have to understand that a woman's body goes through changes. I
Yeah.
respect pregnant women. I've seen it hands down. They go through a lot, and even after, like, delivering and all. So I'm not with men that, like, let's say back in Africa, there are certain tribes, or even let's just say in Africa, some men will tend to, like, divorce their wife because they've changed due to them, giving them kids, and her going through that changes, and that is totally wrong. I'm not with that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not her fault. That is nature,
Yeah.
right? All that she could do. I wouldn't say, I don't know if y'all agree with polygamy or whatever. I would say worst case scenario, you could add a wife, but don't ever make the mistake of saying, I'm gonna divorce my wife because she's gained weight due to the fact that she gave you kids.
That will be done because men. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But men, like, we're problem solvers. So if you're not trying to find a solution for your wife,
That's true.
you miss a
Good
life, 100%. And the second thing is, I would say, the greatest woman will be the one that knows that she's in competition, because women don't know that they're in competition. They're like, I think that when they're in a good situation, they tend to be like
Wait,
comfortable.
hold up.
Comfortable.
Whoa. What competition? Competition with other women or herself?
Listen. No, other women.
Other women.
Because
I think you said it
hold
earlier.
on.
So aren't you committed?
Hold on.
Aren't you committed?
Hold on.
I don't understand.
No.
Aren't you committed?
Listen to me.
You're
Listen
supposed to be
me.
committed.
Listen to me. Man knows that we're always in competition, even if you're not trying to entertain or anything. We know.
Well, clearly not.
No,
Because
because real
in a
man,
relationship, when you're
real
comfortable,
man-
you're not making effort
real
anymore.
Real man knows that they're in competition.
Well, real
what
women-
means is, if they have to get up in 5 a.m. to go to work, they're gonna wake up in 5 a.m. to go to work.
You don't have no excuse.
Like, we know we're competing all
That's
the time.
such a lie.
I'm
How many
100%.
men in here are waking up at 5 a.m.? I see.
Listen, I'm
Look.
telling you,
Okay.
the woman who's winning at life is the woman that knows that she's competing.
Well, I'm
which
a loser.
which means she will not allow her man to be hungry. She will not allow her man to look bad. She will not allow her man to have.
Well, don't make me look bad. Isn't it
Why you bringing
reciprocation?
What?
No?
That's what I'm saying. I said men always competing.
Yeah. But like you said you're supposed to reciprocate. So if your man's out here cheating,
We'll talk about
while
cheating.
you're commitment. If your man's out here not being committed 100% to you, like, why?
I'm
Why?
not
like,
talking
it's not
about
reciprocation.
I'm not
at the
talking
end of
about
the day.
commitment or anything. I'm saying, like, if you're going to a relationship, I think you have to stay on edge.
I think
Even though the guy will not go
Aren't you
anywhere
supposed to
else.
feel-
Yeah, I
Okay.
understand. Okay, I understood what he said.
Yeah.
But
Your
it's just the
feelings-
way he said it. It was like fucked up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I understand what he said. Like, tradition relationship, like example, like
traditional relationships.
example, like I'm not trying to put
the wife in the kitchen.
exactly, but I understand what he said. I mean, like, if I'm example, like if your man comes home, he finished.
He
work,
worked all day. You stayed
Exactly.
at home all day.
and you stayed at home all day, but just being on your phone and not cooking for him. Trust me, best believe he's gonna search for another woman. That's so fuck.
Yeah,
That's,
I see that.
That's
Yeah.
legit. But the way he said it about like competing with other women, fuck you talking about that.
Like,
Nah.
I'm just going to
okay,
add a
okay.
little spice to her
Uh-huh.
point. Like, if I'm working, you're working. Don't expect me to just come home and make you food
Why
as
not?
soon as you're here. And like,
Why not?
Why?
because what are you doing for me afterwards?
Well, there's a lot of. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, like a man, we are not just limited to our pockets, though.
Yeah, but like, I'm not limited to just cooking food for
No,
you.
but a man brings a lot to the table compared to what a woman brings to the table.
Oh yeah, how?
Yeah,
How?
like-
How? What extra?
Okay,
What extra
let's just say
things
if
do
you're
you
a
bring?
woman, like aside from let me use pregnancy out of it because
Mm-hmm.
pregnancy is over and beyond.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but let's just say on a regular, aside from the man being a provider, or maybe you're talking about 50, you're working, but you didn't say 50-50, right? Let's say you're working, but him being a man, let's say he provides, he protects, you don't protect him. And that is a lot for a man to like lay his life down for you.
I feel like I am a protector, but of his emotions. If you're being vulnerable with me, I'm never gonna use that against you, which I know what some women do.
Women do. Like, don't say
I-
some.
I-
Most
that-
women do.
Didn't I just say that? I said that some women do.
Most.
But for me,
A lot.
if you do not feel safe with me, as a friend, as a husband, if you do not feel safe with me, then we don't have a relationship.
So are you comparing that to a man protecting a woman? I'm not saying it's not valuable, but
No, because I don't want to be anyone's mom in a relationship.
You're
Well,
not being.
like,
Listen,
cooking
you're not
for a
being
man
mom.
means you cooking for a man means like
No,
you're his
no.
mom.
Being a
that's not what I said,
You're being
but-
a superwoman. You're not being a mom.
You're
Like,
being
let's label
exceptional.
that.
No,
in
but
a
you said
positive
you
way.
asked me the question,
Yeah.
like, are you comparing this to being a mom? No,
Okay.
because I'm not trying to be anyone's mom.
It sounded like how you
And-
worded it.
Oh no, but just like I'm not trying to be anyone's mom. I'm not trying to tell you I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that.
Okay,
like,
so
you know?
explain further.
That's what
Like you
I'm-
said, if you're working and he's working, you don't
Yeah.
expect him to come cook for you. So men,
What
like
would be the
respect.
dynamic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing for me as my woman though?
Yeah.
Like what makes
would
you
be your-
valuable?
your
Like you
ass-
being in my
your,
life.
your household dynamic. What would it be? Like,
To me, it's like I do things, you do things. Like for example, I know I like to do the dishes, so like, but I hate putting them away. So I'll do the dishes, but you'll put them away. Don't if we're both working like at life, we're putting everything 50-50. So why coming home, I have to do dishes, laundry, I have to fold them, put them away, and then cook food, clean everything, and then bring out the trash almost.
So do
know?
you subscribe? Do you agree
bring
to
out
like
the
that
trash.
50-50?
Don't say that. Come
No.
on.
I used to do it in some
Used to
of
do
my
it.
other relationships.
That's crazy. Hey, shout out
Until
to
I
you,
asked,
bastard.
you know,
Yeah.
until I asked, I was like, could you do this for me, please? And I feel like I had to ask, which is, I guess, okay now. But like, if I'm working my ass off, I'm as tired as you.
Listen,
Cannot-
me. Go ahead. My bad.
Okay. I just want to add, like, I'm not a cocksucker or whatever, but like I'm saying is that, like if you date a guy and you meet his mom and he make you meet his mom want to make sure that, are you gonna take care of my son the way I take care of him?
Gang.
This is the thing, But I also understood about like what she's saying about if you're working and I'm working, I'm gonna be tired too, like to cook and fold laundry and stuff like that. But best believe a man who's gonna respect you too, he's gonna sometimes when he wants to do it. Like example, like if you wanna wash the dishes and you're like, oh baby, you know what, go rest. You cook, I'ma do the dishes.
See,
Like this is the thing. But you know what? Honestly, if you wanna be in a relationship, or I'm not the one who's
no,
like,
go
saying
ahead,
stuff.
say it. Just say it,
But
girl.
Trust me, at the end of the day, when you're gonna end up with a man, you're gonna have kids, and kids gonna watch on you. He's
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh, is this the way that you gotta treat a woman, or is this the way that you gotta treat a man?
Mhm.
But like I'm saying, the most important thing, like if he's like ready to meet you, his mom and stuff like that, just be ready that she want to make sure that you're gonna be able to take care of him the way she took care of him.
Yeah.
Because, at the end of the day, you're gonna end up with him, if you want it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I don't want to jump on women's neck.
You do.
I can't. Hey, chill out. Hey, I've been talking about both sides like quite sometimes in the beginning of the podcast, but I want to say something. You women, don't try to unlearn what's great, because some men are not capable men. You feel me? Like, my father is a capable man. Like, he showed me a lot.
Yeah.
I know to do everything around the house. Like, if it's female labeled task around the house, or is man labeled task around the house, I know to do everything. So I could call me like a capable man. Okay, like, don't try to go with a man that can't do even his laundry.
They're gonna call you a marriage material.
Man,
He low-key is low-key, but you have to like be able to be
material.
annoyed. You have to be able to be annoyed.
yeah, it's a big price to it. But for real, like you females, don't unlearn what's great. Like, learn how to cook, learn how to clean, learn how to cater to a man, but offer that package to a capable man.
Yeah, no.
So
Agreed.
it won't feel like you're doing everything around the house and you left on your own. I know
agree.
that there's families that, like, you see the father, he came from home from work. He's just sitting on his couch and he's doing nothing except either on the phone or TV, and then go to sleep. And the mom is doing everything. Me, that wasn't my case. At the house, my dad was the cleaner one. The cleaner one. When he came from the house, walking around the house looking, is there anything to do in the house? Walk inside, is there anything to do inside? And then boom. But my mom was working as well, and she was cooking for my dad every single night.
Yeah, but he was doing something for her to feel like the tasks at home are alleviated. Like she was not over, like, coming from work and then working again.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't unlearn those great qualities because, like, you guys sees it like, oh no, it's like slavery or whatever.
Just give it to someone that is capable of.
Exactly. And man,
giving
just
little.
up your standard. Learn to do like more stuff. Like,
basic life, survival, skills.
yeah.
Change the
Like
light
cutting the
bulb.
grass. Like, if you don't know how to cut the grass, my man, you're failing at life.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
So based on what you like, you using your dad as a reference and all of that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this question to the panel. Who do you think is the price in a relationship or in a marriage, in a union? Who's the price?
The
Why-
family.
Yeah.
No. Between a man and a woman, family matters. I always keep saying. I'm gonna come to. Yeah, I have a question on that too. But who do you think is the price between a man and
See
a
how
woman?
they went
No, this
south
is-
with that answer? Like, who's the prize?
Yeah.
This is
Family.
the thing, but I mean, like, to me, to
Yeah.
me, it's just like nobody is the price. You both the price because, example, sometimes people forget that is the man who creates the baby too. It's also the man and the woman. The man's gonna
Give the sperm.
exactly to the woman, but the
Seeds.
woman is gonna
No.
be the one who's gonna take care of it in the belly, you know.
Yeah, hold it.
But like you were saying, guys, the man will still be the protector. Example,
And a
like
provider.
exactly the protector and the provider. Like
Yeah.
I'm saying is that example, like if the woman cannot do something because she's pregnant of your baby, the man's gonna be like, oh baby, don't like I'm gonna take care of you, you know. But nobody is the price though. Like both of you are the price because sometimes people forget that in relationship, like when it comes to a man and a woman, you the same person because you guys
Yeah.
you work on the same
Like,
goals.
Like a team.
You're yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like as a team,
Yeah.
like it's a team's game.
exactly.
Without the team, you're not winning at the end of the
Exactly.
day. So I don't think there's I feel like at some point you could say like, oh, at that moment of life, he was the whole price. At that bit of life, she was the whole price. While the pregnancy was going on, wow, my woman, she was strong. I want to hear my man say that. And I'll be like, oh my God, my king, you know? Like, I feel like that's what a relationship is all about. It's like, you think you have the price and your man think he has the price.
Exactly. That's so too. And
I feel like if it's not, there's going to be a lack. There's going to be like, either the guy committed is not going to be fully committed because he doesn't think he has the price. He's going to go see elsewhere. If the woman thinks she doesn't have the price, she's going to go see elsewhere too.
Oh, but there's a caveat to that. With
there's
the
a
woman,
what? Sorry.
the caveat, like, you know, there's a thing to that. A woman always, like most women, monkey branch.
What?
Monkey branch.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you see? So they're always looking like hypergamy, right? They're always looking for the better option. So even if she's with the one that she thinks is the price, and no, you made a statement that if, like, you're not making her see as if she's not seeing you as the price, she could always look for another option, right? So it's a woman's nature to like look for a better option. Imagine, look at back in the day, right?
How is it in a woman?
Women look for the better option.
But you feel like the hunters are not looking for other options.
No,
point, like
man,
period.
When you look at men, we like simple stuff. We don't ask for much.
We won't lie to you.
Yeah, and
Si tu trouves
so
un gibier, you're good with it.
Yeah, but for example, okay, you're not looking for let's say you're dating around, or you're going to flirt with anything and everything that is walking. Like, I feel like sometimes even in friendships, I'm so disappointed in the men's that, like, in my male friends sometimes, like, you really flirted with that, or you really had to tap that. Why? She's not even that.
What was he like in a serious relationship, or he was just you know just tapping? Or what was he doing?
I saw a lot of men that were in a serious relationship where they say, she's my wife, I love her, and I'm committed to her. Everything you said, like,
maybe she's doing something right. If it's committed to her, like, she's
but
doing
see how
something
your
right.
brain went already to, but she's probably doing something for him to cheat. No, nowadays it's like, if you ask most people, it's like, nowadays it's like, expect to be cheated on. And if you're not cheated on, kudos to you. You found a good one. Male or female. It's just kudos to you. You found a good one that won't cheat.
I don't think there should be an excuse for a man to cheat. Like, okay. Oh, man.
I heard that. I'm listening.
Yeah, you took it there. See, for cheating, a woman doesn't necessarily have to do something for a man to cheat. Men are visual creatures.
Exactly.
Right?
Why it's easier for them to cheat.
No, it's easier for women compared to men.
But you just said that for us.
Yeah, it's easier because when a woman wants to have sex, she could have sex with anybody that she wants.
Yeah, but
let's say if I want to have sex,
women
I
will
can't.
have like a little bit more to it. Like, usually it's more of an emotional cheating than
it's gonna be
physical cheating.
The access is easy, but it's harder for me. It's harder for female to cheat because of the emotions.
But we still do.
Yeah. The access is easy, but it's harder to do.
I'm not saying
when they do, like,
it's intense.
It's done.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's intense.
over.
We hurt.
But to answer to the old question, my answer will probably surprise you. Like, who's the prize? And I'll say both.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll say both because, like we're talking, like, usually, like, the man's hunts, the man's go for the girl, like Chadley. So usually he sees like the woman is the prize. But if you understand that as a man, you got to make yourself valuable, you from de facto became the prize as well. So that's why I'm saying both. I would say like maybe a month ago, like, we are the prize, man. Like, what are you talking about? We create the infrastructure and everything. Yeah. Like, we are, but yeah, at the end of the day, we will chase.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With money, status, anything, we will chase.
What do you think?
No, she wants to add something.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'll
I wanted
comment.
to ask you something. Yeah. So, like I was saying, oh my god, I forgot.
You forgot.
Wait, no, it came back.
Yes.
Yeah, like I was saying is that what are you looking for? This is the thing, because if you're looking for something that you are looking for and not force you to look in for because he's attract you, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna cheat because you don't find something in him or you don't find something in she. And also what I was gonna say, oh my god, I'm so sorry, bro.
No, it's
But yeah, I feel your point where like if you don't see value in that woman or in that man, don't go into a relationship. Don't waste
Because
anyone's time.
You're gonna waste your time and he's gonna waste your time. And
No,
also,
you're right.
and like I'm saying is that
yeah.
don't don't go with a man because you're attracted to him. Go for a man that is attracted to you too.
Okay.
And I don't know if you
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
what
I
I'm
do.
saying.
I do. Like it's supposed to like, reciprocate the same thing. Like
Exactly, because honestly, like I know some of my friends, he's gonna show in front of your face that I'm just here for this, but they're gonna act like, oh no,
Oh,
it's
he
not
loves
like
me. I'm
Because-
delusional.
exactly, because she forced herself to think that is this. She's trying to manifest, but why are you trying to manifest something that is
I
gonna
can
fuck
change
you up?
him.
they say women like bad boys, but I'm gonna come to that. I think back in the day, women were the price. Now men are the price. Back in the day, women were the price. Back in the day, even in the village, you could clearly see where.
I understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the man could even like have a tournament, fight who's gonna get the woman. Like it was women were valued. Women are still valued. Women are born with value right from birth. You just come like it's like just show up. When a female child is born, she's taken care of by the father, like by her parent. Let's say the father, right? Once she's of age, she's taken care of, like she's sent off to be with her husband. So the husband takes care of her. And once she's old, her kids take care of her. And if I'm talking about the kids, is the boys. Like men tasked from in my faith to take care of their mothers. Both parents, like the mother and the father, but the mother more.
Yeah.
It's just something that like is
Yeah.
in our religion through our holy prophet and all of that. So imagine women are born with value. They are taken care of throughout like everything, all phases. As a child, as a mother, as a child, as a wife and as a mother. So you just have to show up. So back in the day, women were the prize. Don't get me wrong, they are the prize, but till now they are not.
We're not
Men-
walking like it per se.
I agree. Like that is also a factor, but now it's more of like the men are the prize. Once you're able to sustain somebody that could like fit a certain lifestyle that you like, or maybe take care of you and all of that, he's the prize. Because not a lot of men are out here, making it.
Yeah,
That are responsible.
I get
Agreed.
it.
So once you're
Yeah,
able to find a response, there are a lot of like there are a lot of females, like there are a lot of women, but there ain't like a lot of men and like responsible men out there. So once you're
Yeah.
able to catch one, he is the prize.
I see what you mean.
You see?
And
what
nowadays
you
men still trying to build their value,
Yeah.
but women nowadays they don't want to hold theirs. So that's pretty much why you're saying that. So you're right, brother.
What do you mean exactly when you say?
Oh, can I give an example?
Yeah.
Misogyny.
Example. Look at Cardi B. In her song, she literally said, "I don't cook, I don't clean."
Let me show you.
Give me five.
But she does that
I didn't have
behind
to
closed
say
doors, right?
anything.
Exactly. Look,
She
you
does.
see?
She does behind closed doors.
Yeah, exactly. She does. But when you think about it, she got a daughter, she got a husband. So why would she say that?
And
don't forget,
yeah,
for
there's
the
a lot
young-
of women that listen to her.
Exactly, especially young females, and this is a problem because
Yep.
imagine like if your son date this chick, what are you gonna do? Like,
Crazy.
are you gonna be mad? Or are you gonna be like,
I
"Oh,
would
no,
be
it's okay."
furious. Yeah.
Exactly. This is the point I'm trying to say. Like, it's really
mic,
important. It's
yeah.
really important to be careful of what you're saying or what you're watching or what you're doing or how do you treat your partner and your partner. This
Yep.
is the thing. This is really important.
Yeah.
That's why, like he was saying, like women sadly these days they don't value themselves no more.
But
And like, I'm so sorry.
no,
No,
go ahead,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
And you're making the child
Everything is
How-
easier
how do
with
we
two people.
exactly, but not only that, your son, your daughter is missing out something big, and is the
Well, if he's a
father-
good dad, though, like he
Exactly.
has. No, some
yeah,
you're gonna
some
don't or don't.
exactly, but I know a lot of my friends who had kids with some chicks, and those chicks were mad because, example, like
They're not with them no more.
exactly, but because this is so selfish. The guy only want to see his kids that he made with you, but you're dumbass. And like, oh no, I'm the one who give birth, so that means you cannot see the kids, but you still have to pay my child support. Fuck is talking about, you bitch
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
You see, this is a problem.
Do I have to add anything to your question, or is she answered everything that you needed to know?
No, she got it. She's on point.
I
She
think she did answer everything that you wanted to know, right?
yeah, she did.
No, I didn't want to know anything.
Yeah, you because I said, like, you said, what do you mean by women don't want to hold their value nowadays?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, she
And
did.
she talked about, like,
wrapped
she
it up.
touched on like, it's sad. Do you know that, like, as a man, I know that kids need two parents in the household, right? But they say hell has no fury than a scorned woman. So imagine, right? Once upon a time, you were with somebody, you're good, everything is nice, and relationship, whatever, anything could happen, just like death, right? And now you're normal, but you have kids in between you, and it's sad. Like, even in the States, they championing, like, they pride. You see how women I took care of, like, even back in the day, our mothers helped our dads, and there were single mothers, or maybe probably true, like she ended up being a widow or whatever, but you don't see them championing that I took care of my kids by myself. They took it as, like, duty, like something that they have to do, but they don't champion by, like, when you look at the Western world, it's like people pride themselves in that, and they it's like they want to make a statement. I did it by myself. But you imagine, like, spending all your life, you could have been doing something with a man, or maybe enjoying your life, but you're stuck taking care of a child just to make a statement that I did it on my own. To who? Nobody cares,
That I agree.
and they're bitter, and it's so sad. Lately, I think I've been watching, this paternity cult, and it's sad. There are bomb guys out there, but I'm just saying, when I see, do you agree that between a man and a woman, who has patience?
Man
Oh man,
has more patience.
I'm trying to think.
Who has more patience? Like,
I'm trying to think from, like, I honestly, every time we ask a question, I try to think from experience. I really try to dig and be like, I'll think about that. And, like, it's true that men do have more patience with females, though. Like, I feel like sometimes men to men relationship, they don't have as much patience.
no, because we are men, so we
Yeah, so
just
it's
try to squirt.
a bit
yeah.
time. Yeah. But I feel like, yes, I would agree to a certain extent, because some men have zero patience. But in general, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, because we have patience to the extent that, like, what I've been seeing is, like, when a woman is mad, she prefers everything to crumble. She prefers, like, the wall to come down. And that's what, it goes back to what you said earlier. Like, if you're mad at the dad, that doesn't mean that he doesn't have to see his kid.
Exactly. Yeah,
They use it as leverage.
They do.
And, they keep saying
Don't do
that, like, it's my child, I could take care of the child by myself, but they tend to forget that the child needs both parents. You as an individual, you could say, I could take care of the child, but are you forgetting that the child also has to have, like, a dad and a mother? Like, he needs both, like, parents
100%.
together. Not necessarily, like, married, but he needs the dad in his life, compared to, like, you saying that, oh, I could take care of it by myself. And I had friends whereby they grew up alone without dad, and, like, even in their adult age, they're still, like, they feel some type of way. But these are things that, like, mothers didn't know, like, they don't know, right? They don't know that, like, a child mentally needs, like, both parents. But it's more of, like, because they're mad, they just want, like, oh, it is what it is.
I think we do, but it's an emotional thing. No, go ahead. That's all I had to say. No, that's honestly all I had to say. I think it's more emotional. Oh yeah, I don't want you to see your kid. And it's more emotional. It's not logical. I'm not excusing the behavior at all. It's not acceptable.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, can I be honest
Oh.
again?
You've been honest.
talk
You've
your
been
shit.
honest.
Talk your shit. Okay, so it's not like to be offend anybody or any community or stuff, but also can I speak about LGBTQ? No, wait.
No, you
I'm
can.
gonna be honest.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to be cancelled.
Yeah.
No,
Be
I don't
careful
care
what
about
you're
being
saying.
I don't care about being canceled because I got 2 daughters. That's why. Like I'm saying is that why it's important to have the dad side too, because some stuff the woman cannot teach her kids about being a man and stuff, and also the dad side cannot teach the kids how to be a female or whatever. But why is important to have a that side? Because especially, I'm so sorry, but in black communities,
Yeah.
it's happened often about the baby this, baby that, baby mama and stuff. But the problem is when you think about it,
I think the bigger problem in the black community is that we were a slave, yes, but once we got out of it, it's like when you got free from something. Yeah, you were in a cage for so long, and then they were putting the cage, and you're open, like you can go anywhere in the world. You don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. You know how to hack. That's the issue, and we keep having the same behavior as we just got freed. We do whatever we want, but if we just take a little pause, like, okay, I can do whatever I want now. What could I do with my freedom to be productive? You feel me?
exactly.
So I'll put the blame still on men. Like, men in relationship, they're not responsible. Like, maybe they decide to have a child, whatever, but they don't want to take like the full responsibility, like for the child, etc. Like, it's like that.
Are you trying to say like like black people are out of control?
Yeah,
Like how they open you said they
we're
opened
still
cage.
out of control. We're still
Link it to also like bring it back to how as women sometimes if you're angry or you're mad at the baby daddy and you want him out of the life,
Yeah.
like at the end of the day a child needs his father, and for them to be able to grow as good men, because we want more of them.
Yeah.
We want more and more and more of them. So why would you put that? Well, if he's a trashy man, I would get it. But if he's trying to be a good father and he's trying to be a good man, why would you remove that from the equation of your child being?
he might be
Growing
a
up to
trash
be
partner, but he might be a great dad.
Yeah,
He might
So-
be he might be a great
exactly. So
That's the facts.
I say it's very important to choose your baby daddy and your baby mama
dad.
wisely.
Wisely, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I agree. 100%.
especially-
Because
Baby
we're
mama.
making too many kids.
Yeah,
COVID got
man.
us doing something crazy.
Yeah.
I have this serious question, right? Let's say y'all are parents and you ended up finding out like your child, a girl child, is having sex. What are you gonna do moving forward as as a parent? Both, all of you. As a father, as a mother, what are you gonna do? Let's just say there's an incident that happened, but I'm gonna come to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are you gonna do?
We're going in Nepal with all them one. I'm kidding. Me, the reason why I can't tell, I didn't have no sister. Okay, I had two older brothers. It was very a male dominant household, so I don't know. Like even my cousins, like I'm getting closer to them now, but before I wasn't closer to them. So to be honest, I might react wrong.
That's why your wife will be there.
Yo,
You're
I
trying
might
to
be.
be
Why
politically
you
right.
trying to kill me? But yeah, go ahead.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, you know that she's you realize that she's
having sex.
actively having sex.
Honestly, I would try to make it as safe as possible, because I feel like nowadays it's so like it's there. If you act or say like, oh, don't do it. Oh, no. Or you try to take her into the house and like whatever, she's going to do it, but just hide it.
Yeah.
So she's going to do it in an unsafe way. That's for me. That's how I see it. But
So you're gonna do what? Like, I think you said you're gonna do what?
I'm going to like make sure she is smart and safe about it. Like not like running around and be like being a
Smart and safe,
Like-
meaning like she's still gonna keep having sex, but you're gonna educate her
But
to be like
hopefully-
smart and safe
yeah,
about
and
it.
hopefully she'll preserve it and try to not let anyone, like not anybody, like choose.
That's your teenage daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nowadays, 13 years old have sex,
Listen.
and it's there. It's you can't put her in the closet at school after school. Yes, you're going to pick her up, but she could still get out the window, go see another little boy, and you won't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in my room. Leave me alone.
I'm gonna let you finish on that. I'm gonna give you my answer, like because your reality is more, you know,
It's
Yeah, you have to-
real.
You're living it.
It's real.
So
Exactly.
what are you gonna do if like you realize your girls like teenagers are having
But I
sex?
just wanted to give like my answer. Like I was joking, obviously before, but me, like you said, you're a Muslim. I'm Christian, but the way I will bring my Christian value into that answer is like we value I would say abstinence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Abstinence.
Yeah. We value that, and I will just make her understand what is the real value of preserving yourself.
Will you do that for your son too?
100%.
Okay.
3,000%.
But
Just
what
wanted to know.
what will
Just
be your
wanted to
what will be your first reaction when you realize it?
Of course, I will be shocked. I will hope that that's a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, I will
Yeah.
hope first and
Hopefully.
foremost that that's a boyfriend, and I will try to make her understand like what is the value of preserving yourself, because yes, you love him now, but he have some growth to do, and after that growth, is he gonna be the same man, or are you gonna be the same woman? You understand? Like, you don't want to like go and do that with the person that you love at the present moment, but you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So you want that. You don't want to do like that same trial every time. Like, oh, I love him, I'm giving myself. Well, it doesn't work. Well, I love that guy, I'm
Agreed.
giving myself.
Yeah.
Like, just understand what is the value
Yeah.
of preserving yourself.
Wow, interesting. What about you?
Me,
Yeah.
honestly, I will. Hey, okay,
Just go ahead.
okay. So,
Don't hold anything back.
first of all, being an adult, me personally, you willing to you do whatever you want. But to me, to have sex like that with anybody because he's moving, this is not in my values. What I'm saying is because people gonna think sex is just about a man and a woman, or a woman with a woman, or a man with a man, but it's something big spiritually, no
Yeah.
cap. Because
Yeah.
you see, the saddest part in this world is that women forgot that like
Oh,
how
we're
to say it?
divine.
We are the
Divine.
portail.
Yeah.
You see, like the private part
Yeah.
is a
It's a portal.
exactly, because you're the one who's gonna give birth, and actually, first of all, the man is gonna give her this.
Do you know, I'm not interrupting, do you know how I define a woman? I always keep saying women are like houses.
Exactly.
Don't
Thank you.
don't let anybody come in and out like that. Women are like
Exactly.
houses. You hold a lot.
Or is the
but I
garden.
hate the comparison, but I agree. I understand the.
Or do you prefer?
What?
Do you
Come on
prefer
now.
do you prefer me to go on the date and be like, women are cars?
No. Say they bank, like women are banks, like they're bank accounts. Like you cannot give access to
Yeah,
anyone to
yeah,
your
like
bank
you're
account.
like
That's what-
houses.
is it better?
Exactly.
How many money you want that in that bank account? how much?
A lot.
But
No,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
No, it's good. You're having fun. You see what you said
Yeah.
about like a woman is like a house,
Yeah.
is the same way as a woman is like a garden and the man is the protector. Why is the war going on? He's gonna make sure that your flowers is growing up, your flowers are
still flourishing, still giving
Exactly.
fruits.
Flourishing, yeah,
Yeah.
and
No.
watered and everything.
Exactly. But like I'm saying, like I'm always make sure to teach my daughter that if you're willing to have sex, at least have it in my house, not in other people's house, because I don't want something to happen. You know what I mean?
Make it safe for her to
Exactly.
know that with the
Okay,
right
that-
person,
I did, yeah.
exact
That's
the right place.
Because like us has a woman and you guys has a man, you guys always wanted to explore, right? But growing up in the strict house and
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
you're scared to do some with some in the houses or be open it.
Yeah.
But I prefer like that my daughter having in my house than other people's houses.
or
when you're not
behind-
there. When you're not there.
I mean, look,
I would prefer.
I will honestly, honest fucking slee.
Go ahead. Hey, go ahead.
I don't want to see it in front of my face or whatever.
But
I don't want to
But-
hear it.
you don't mind hear it.
But
Nope.
Exactly. But all I know is that I want to make sure that I'm in the house while you're doing it, because maybe you was at first like you was ready to do it, and then you're not ready, and then the man's like, oh no, I don't care. Like I came here for no reason. Though you're gonna fuck me. You're gonna suck me. You're gonna this and that. And what's gonna happen? You go.
Okay,
you
that-
come by house
I
and you see
understand.
your daughter
crying
and her
Yeah,
is
like,
bleeding
yeah,
because it's her
like, yeah.
first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just be open, and because
got
you
chills.
just got, like she was saying, like us women are protected too,
Yeah.
and how to be a protector is by listening carefully what your daughter has to say, your daughter and stuff.
Yeah.
And as a man, you have no choice, because at the end of the day, the woman with you with, you guys did some when you guys were young and weren't allowed to do it. You know what I mean?
I get it. But me, the difference, like, that would do, like that my parents trying to taught me, like, actually, we didn't have no sex talk at home.
Exactly.
Okay. But like I said, I will make them understand the value of why you're
Exactly.
doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like, that would be the difference. It's like, no, you're not allowed to do that. Okay, but why?
Exactly.
Because
Exactly, yeah.
at a certain age, my body is saying that that's perfectly right to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I wake up in the morning, like, it's natural, but why should I do that? Like, I need to, like, they will need to understand, listen, there's a time and day for that.
Yeah.
And you need to understand that there's more to it than just feeding a animal feeling.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah.
But I really hope I get to talk to my children before that happens to make them understand that.
Yeah. 100%.
See, it's kind of deeper for me. Like, I know I'm a man and I know what men can do. So I'm not gonna take it lightly.
I don't know what you're talking
Go
about,
ahead.
but
Bro,
yeah.
like, seriously, when let's say I end up finding out that my daughter's having sex. You know, the reason why I ask this question is I have friends that work in the health sector, and they keep telling me that, like, he sees mothers bringing their daughters to the hospital. I think they go through a process. I forgot what they do to the kids for them to, like, it's like birth control, but they
Abortion?
no abortion. Like, I think it's IUD.
IUD.
Yeah, IUD, right? Yeah, just to, like, so that, like, they have it. They don't end up getting pregnant. And I think
At
it's
that
stupid.
age?
Yeah.
But that's not
like,
dangerous, but
white
like
people do that, and I think there are some blacks that do that, but usually
just
it's white people.
contraceptive in general is just like you take that, you're more prone to have trouble having kids after. So why would you put your
Not to
Can
them.
you elaborate? Because I'm trying to be educated.
Yeah,
What is that?
Yeah, like, that is like, to protect the kid from getting pregnant.
Is it like a vasectomy, but for women?
Yeah, for women.
No,
for women.
it's not a vasectomy. It's like a T shape. Like I don't know what's the material,
But it prevents
it
the
prevents
girl
it, like-
from getting pregnant.
yeah, and it goes completely inside, and it stays there for 3 or 5 years, and it's like as if you were taking the pill or other contraceptives, but it's just that it's inside of you. You don't need to think about it. It's just there. You still have chances, just like any other type of contraceptive. But like, yeah, basically.
Yeah, so you see the crazy part about this is I don't think you see a man taking his daughter saying I'm gonna take my daughter to the hospital for her to go through this procedure. And mothers do that, right? And I think y'all give like reasonable answers. Like I'm not even gonna like go against it, but I'm just saying like I'm not gonna it's not gonna sit well with me that my daughter is having sex, right? And I'm not gonna take my daughter to the hospital for her to go through that procedure. But if I know,
Wouldn't
if
either.
I know, like knowing like one dude is out there, and because they're teenagers, they don't know better. To her, she thinks she's in love, and I know I know that the boy is just having sex. Once they go out to college or whatever, it's a done deal. Here's the case: he used you. And now, like, imagine, like, they say there are women that control their body. Like, they regardless of, let's say, if this is her first time being exposed to sex, she wouldn't be out here having sex. But there are others too that they lose control. It's like you just open the cage and she's out of control. She's just giving it out like that, right? But yeah, I'm not gonna. I might be very strict. I might end up, threatening her for her to know that. Listen.
But you really think like I won't say it's a bad thing because for some it works. Like the dad was super threatening. For some it works and they just behaved and now she's still a virgin, till this day at 20 something, which is fine.
Okay, great.
But do you really think that it will work? Because like you see what I mean? Like at the end of the day, your child is still a human of its own.
With kids, you have to see raising girls is like a girl child is different compared to a boy. You need to extend extra time, caution when it comes to ladies because women are not mostly logical like that. They react based on emotions. So a guy could manipulate a woman based on that. And if I say you need to spend extra time to take care of a girl. That's why it's very important. But why would it be
important. The responsibility of
the dad? Yeah, a girl needs a father.
But raise your son. No,
I'm gonna come to that. But do you know for a guy, worst case scenario is gonna go get a girl impregnated. But most parents don't care about who the boy is having sex with. Seriously,
sadly,
even if they know, they'll talk to him. But is the guy is just
So would you do the same for your son?
No, I will, but I'm not gonna be super, super strict on him compared to the girl because with her, any least mistake, she's bringing a pregnancy, which I know the guy, is not gonna be interested in her getting pregnant.
Yeah, it's a bigger responsibility
for
a
your woman.
Daughter.
So I don't That's why I keep saying most men be having sex, but it's not like they're having sex to get you pregnant. In as much as they are part of the problem, what do you find disrespectful, right? For because. I'm going back to what you said. You prefer if your daughter is having sex, it should be at your house, in the house, not somewhere else. Where do you find disrespectful if she having sex outside or bringing the boy into your own house?
Man, oh man. In my house.
In your house.
That would be you can't even put that in a movie. I want that could happen. That could happen. And I'm someone who's really sneaky. So I don't think my kids could be more sneakier than I was. So if they do something, I might find out. But how would I react? Jesus Christ. I might to buy a harder for furniture after that.
Yeah. I agree because women might take it lightly, but for a man, it's beyond disrespect. It's more of you know how a woman is cheating. Let's say your partner or your wife is cheating, then she ended up bringing the same dude in your home. That is beyond disrespectful. It's more of you don't even regard your man your husband to be something to allow the guy to come, and it's a bragging rights for even the guy that you're cheating with.
Facts.
I fucked your wife in your house and all of that. Yeah. So let's just say if the same thing is happening to your daughter, bro, do you know what the guy that teenage boy will be telling his friends?
Yo,
I fucked him.
But to them, it's not a flex.
To them, it's not a flex.
But
to the teenagers, it's not a flex.
The boys?
Yeah,
I'm a boy.
100%. It's not a flex.
But
I'm a boy.
As
once
a
upon a time,
teenager.
I used to be do you know what teenage boys be up to lately?
I do. I have a little brother.
No, but they when they meet and like most of them have no respect for girls because they're teenagers. Like they don't understand. They just be saying anything anyhow. Yeah. So they just be saying the nastiest of things about the girl that they like laid with and all of that. It's fun for them.
But it's not about like
Yeah, but there's nothing to do with the house though.
It's more like
like I did that girl
I
that
tapped
way.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, she screamed my name, or like, oh, well, I went to her parents' house and then like we went from the back door and I was sneaky about it. It's more like, oh my God.
But if they did in your bed though,
they didn't caught me. Oh,
if they did in your bed, that's something else.
And they can with females.
Bed?
I believe they can. They can allow that to happen.
Bed?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And they laid.
But I heard a story like that.
Yeah, me too.
I heard. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. Oh my God. Look. First of all, like, okay, wait. I'm gonna just say something in my reaction.
yeah.
When you were saying about like I prefer her to do it at my house. It's I'm gonna be honest. Like, you've been kids. You guys been kids. You know you did something that your parents told you to not do, but you still did it. Be honest.
I'm still a virgin.
Exactly.
Oh, don't listen to him.
Okay. Anyways, you're gonna pass that.
Carry on.
Carry on. Like I'm saying is like I'm saying because I cannot control this. I know, like for myself, I know I cannot control what my daughter want to do, what my sons want to do. But if something happened that I hear that the guy she fucked with told her friend, oh, I fuck her in her mama house or stuff, I'm gonna make sure me and my daughter, we're gonna come out of school. She's gonna tell me who is the guy who said that. And then I'm gonna make her fight the guy. And if something happened, I'm gonna fight the parents too. Because I'm sorry.
She don't play.
I grew up in the hood.
She don't play.
I cannot.
From the trenches.
very
Come on now.
Yeah.
Which hood?
Huh?
Which hood?
Captain.
Oh, okay.
But like I'm saying is like, I'm gonna make sure that my daughter is not somebody soft. Like I'm saying, like if you hear this, don't be scared to fight the guy. Maybe the guy don't even know how to fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he get beat up by his mom, that mean you too. You can beat this guy up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because don't like has my daughter, has my son. Never let people disrespect us as your parents.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna make sure that nobody disrespect you. As
The
my
daughter
daughter,
also,
exactly what I'm saying. Because me, honestly, when I was in high school, I was always going to fight somebody. But you know what I mean? Because I want like if someone tell me like one time at school, someone said get mama. It's like a Haitian.
It's like
Haitian.
Basically, you're cussing the mother.
Exactly.
Ish.
And when like a guy said that,
Deeper than that.
some people, when they're gonna be like, when people gonna tell them like get mama, they're gonna be laughing. I'm not gonna laugh because you'll be saying like my mom, like you're talking about my mother, like you don't talk about my mother though.
Yeah, we don't play with parents.
Exactly.
Like,
but this is where I want to say that trust me, best believe I'm gonna make sure my daughter will never get disrespect by a guy.
Interesting. So, earlier I said I was going to piggyback to this question. Men are hunters, right? So imagine we hunt, and after that, I'm gonna make us watch a video, and I'm gonna ask you a question based on that video. But like, men are hunters, so for a man to like do whatever to get a woman, like you said, society puts pressure on the man to like be a stand-up guy. So he did all of that to get the woman. Do you agree that moving forward, right, it's up to the woman to try to keep the man?
Yes. No. The reason why?
No, he's a man, but probably do you agree?
Go ahead. Me? Do I agree?
Yeah.
They have to.
They have to, okay.
To me, if you don't want to be kept, you won't be kept. So who am I to? I'm not gonna fight to keep you. If you want to leave, leave. I'm a girl that's like, you do you. If you want to leave, leave. I'm not gonna I'm gonna present myself as my best self every day.
That's what I'm saying.
But if that's not enough for you, I'm not gonna try and do more.
No, but you just said you're gonna put your end of the bargain to make that thing last, so you take tu prends la responsabilité de comme like he came all the way here to come and get me.
Yeah, but
Get me, okay.
but at the end of the day, some men, that is not enough to be kept. If I give you my best self,
What is your best self? Give us quick 4 pointers of your best self. Go ahead.
I'll
For
take.
every man out there.
I don't want to sell myself. I don't be. Bref. So I'd say that you will be able to be open with me. You'll be able to be vulnerable with me. I'll take care of you.
Such as?
What do you mean, such as?
Take care of.
So you
Such
don't want
as?
to take care of. Earlier, you said you don't want to take care of somebody like
I don't want to be your mom. Like I don't
Mom,
want to
yeah.
be like
Listen.
doing everything at home. If okay,
The guy.
I really do not mind.
The guy. Like
If
you
you're
have
telling
the guy.
me like you're financially providing for me and
Yeah.
I'm staying at home,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do everything.
Go ahead.
Except the trash. Please take the trash.
Well,
Take the trash out. But like I'm the type of woman that if you show up in that way where well actually it's not even if you show up in that way, it's if I'm at home doing nothing, I have a day off. I'll take my day off, but I'll organize my day to like alleviate some stuff for you. But then if you do not give me, for example, the attention or affection, and you get home and you just go on your video games and you're just like, leave me alone. And I cook food and I bring you the food and then I go to my bed and I just talk to myself.
Do you mind?
What are you giving me?
Do you mind if I ask you
Go
some
ahead.
question? Just like I just want to make sure that I understand. So if like a guy is seeing something in the relationship that is lacking of, and he tell you to whatever, and you be saying that do you, but if you're the one who be asking him like to ask him how to keep a woman, how do we say this?
I get
Oh,
your
like,
point.
okay, you're trying to flip it, right?
Yeah.
Like
flip
just
it.
yeah.
Would you be mad at the fact that the guy will be telling you that
Yeah.
I'm gonna do me, so do you?
Yeah, you
Well,
said
to
that
me,
earlier.
To me, it's like if I came to you, it's for a reason.
Okay.
We were both putting our best self forward. At the beginning, everyone puts their best self
Exactly.
forward. For me, you have to continue showing up as best as you can with the circumstances, because I know life and happens and death could happen on one side and you'll have to like balance it out at some point. And like life is a roller coaster.
Okay.
So if, for example, at some point, my man is like, needs me to be there a bit more, I will show up for him.
Okay.
Because if he can't be his best self, but he's working towards his best self, I feel like our relationship is just going to continue moving forward. But if I see that you're lacking and then I express that, like, you're not taking me on dates anymore, we're not going on dates, we're not talking anymore, you come home, you play video games, and like you're being closed off, you're not touching me the same, like, and I communicate that with you and you're not changing and you're keeping that behavior 24/7, how am I?
Get a controller.
You know what?
Yeah, go on.
No. You know what?
I'm messing with you.
You know. You said this because I think we're thinking the same shit. Tell what you said. Tell what you need to say.
Maybe we might be on the same.
Go ahead.
Like mine was gonna fall like back on when I said earlier, women are committed to their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
You realize what you were saying? Like it's good. Like you try to like express. So if it's not doing the same thing, like as time goes on, meaning you get it right.
Yeah.
But for the man in his mind, that is my woman. He's committed to her. It's not gonna change. Like it's
But
not
how
gonna
do you
say.
show that you're committed to me?
No, do you know that is where people get it twisted? Marriage goes beyond how like me saying I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, 3,000.
Like I have to like see past that. I might wake up, I don't love you, but I have responsibilities.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have
okay.
I have things to cater for. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
because I don't feel like I love you today. So like to hell with you. No, I wouldn't do that. So that's we men.
That's a fact.
Not
That's
all
how
men,
we are.
though. That's
No,
not
but
all men,
let's
though.
stick to the majority
Majority.
to make sense,
Okay.
right? There's always going to be exception. In Africa, we have a saying that like, "Ifibia mensa," meaning like, in every house, mensa means like snake. In every house, there's a snake, meaning there's always going to be an exception. We're talking about the majority. So men will always like, we always have responsibilities and duties. Like, we have to deal with this. I'm not going to say because of that I'm not going to pay the rent. I'm not going to buy it.
But
Like,
then, what more than your wallet are you bringing to that relationship
A
during
lot,
the relationship? What?
being a protector, being a fatherly figure, making sure that like kids, even you, the woman, need somebody, like you need a man, like a manly figure in the house for you to feel some sort of comfort. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? It's not just like a paycheck. It's not just the money that we put on the table.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to even kids, people will tell you that men raise kids, women nurture, but men raise kids. When I was growing up, it's more of like my dad, like let's say we're in the house acting stupid and all of that. My mom doesn't need to say anything. All that she needs to say is like, your dad, when your dad comes, I'm going to tell them, yeah.
Boom.
And everybody's going to start acting right.
We're cooked.
Dads in the house doesn't need, like, they don't need to do a lot.
When they're real men.
How do you define a real man?
Well, just as you're defining it, like the exact thing that all those things that you're saying and all the things that he said from the beginning, like, you are an actual provider. And when you're committed, you're committed. You're not going to just like come in and then win her over and then slack and then leave your shoes on the table or be disgusting and making her life worse.
Do you know what I heard? Like, I don't know if like, if I'm wrong, just I stand to be corrected. You know, when women tend to say, I'm gonna get out of my masculinity if I find the right man. That's what you said, really, like basically like a real man. You're trying to define what a man is. And I'm gonna say, like, women are naturally feminine. You shouldn't tend off and on how feminine you are. Right? Just like a man. I'm a man, like I know I'm straight. I can't turn it off and on. Like when I feel like it.
What can you turn off and on?
Like, you know how there are women that act masculine?
Yeah.
And then they excuse themselves acting masculine because of a certain situation. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
There might be once upon a time something happened and I ended up acting feminine. Right? And now I'm masculine, and say if the same scenario happens, I can switch off again and go back to acting feminine. That doesn't sound right to like majority of men. You're supposed to be masculine as a man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
And that's what like women do. Like they I'm saying in the West, it's like, oh, because I grew up without a dad, and maybe like I was raised this type of way, or maybe I ended up dating a guy that I was the man in the relationship. Meaning, if I don't meet a man that turns that masculine energy out, then I'm always going to be masculine. It's wrong. You're feminine. God created you feminine.
I agree I just want to make sure that your definition of a man being feminine is not a man being vulnerable. Or I just want to make sure that it's not
vulnerable.
I
like,
just want to know.
Okay,
is it the same thing for you? Like
a man can be vulnerable to you, but to a certain extent. Will you say you want a man that cries?
I wouldn't mind.
You're saying you wouldn't mind, but are you okay with it over time?
Like if he cries, just like, to me, if
that's how he deal things. Take a man, that's how he deal things. Like, life is hard, just cry. Like, you.
But I just in general, if a woman cries just because life is hard, then you'll cry forever. Like, I'm a crier, but I will control my cry in front of people. Like right now, I wouldn't cry. But
me, I would not divorce my wife because she cries when everything is hard, though.
Bro.
Understand?
Like, same way.
To me, it's more like, as long as my man is emotionally intelligent and able to be vulnerable with me, because I don't want him to be vulnerable with anyone.
But we don't. I get you. Sorry to cut you.
No,
you see the
no.
conditions, right?
Yeah.
But we don't give them conditions when they're emotional. Just be
I
you.
had conditions.
I ask
My
her,
father told me to not cry in front of people because that's weak.
No, we're talking about relationship.
Yeah, but like, just in general, for me, if you cry in front of people, and to most people in society, when you cry point blank, you're weak.
No, like I wouldn't say you're weak. I could see a man crying, and it might be a reason. Maybe he loves somebody, right? But I'm just saying, with your partner, like we men, we are okay with a woman being emotional. Like sometimes dealing with you is like, bro, dealing with men is crazy, man. It's a lot, but we understand. You could cry and all of that. I'm not gonna say like you crying makes you masculine or makes you like more. No. Like
Okay.
a woman
just
is
wanted
normal
to
to
make
be
sure.
soft, right? But for a man, like you see the condition that you're giving conditions for a man.
But
So-
it's not for a man. I give conditions for everyone. Like in my head, if you cry in front of people, society sees it as weak. Maybe you don't see it as weak, but society sees it as weak because I'm a crier. I used to cry in any and every situation. I learned to not cry in front of people because of that. And like that's why I set my expectations, but I set them not only for men. I put them for everyone, including myself.
For a man, like I think women always give conditions to what a man can and cannot do. And I'm gonna say like a man shouldn't cry in front of a woman. There might be exceptions, maybe if you lose a partner. Seriously,
Exactly.
when you lose a partner, but when you cry, like
But see,
you
that,
see the
I
man
don't
as,
like
as
that
weak.
sentence.
listen,
I don't
I
like
asked her,
A man shouldn't cry in front of a woman.
Like your
I
woman,
disagree.
like she knows you, but like, do you know like a woman look at men differently? He's supposed to be somebody is supposed to be your protector, your provider, and all of that. Like, in as much as it's your partner, but when you see him as a crybaby, even with you,
Yeah, crybaby, I get that. Like, just in general, just a crybaby is just.
So you see where
not it.
you
But
see where I
it's
keep
for
saying,
men and women.
you see where I'm
Like,
saying,
you don't want a woman that cries every day.
there's
just
nothing
'cause-
wrong when she cries.
Why?
If
There
her
is
reasons-
something wrong.
If her reasons make
Stop
sense,
crying.
no, like let's
But
say,
for a man too, if the reason makes sense, it makes sense.
like how many times does a man cry in his lifetime?
But that's because society makes it as
Not even-
it's a bad thing.
It is a bad thing when it comes. Go on,
Yeah,
bro.
it's yes, society, but not society. Because I asked her once, I said, "What would you prefer?" Because she said, "I'm gonna tell you, I'm
Well,
gonna
go
recap
ahead.
everything
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
said since the beginning." You said that what you provide for the man is you want to
Nurture.
provide like emotion security. Okay, that's one of the first two things that you said.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said that you don't mind for a man to be vulnerable with you. Two things. First thing first, I hope it's not in the en ordre de priorité that
In
you said your
priorities,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. That you said those things because I won't lie to you, men's would need something different from you than emotional security. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Second of all, I asked her, what would you prefer? Would you prefer a man that says, you know what, today was pretty hard at work, but I got this, you know. I'm gonna deal with it tomorrow. Or a man that said, damn, work was so hard today and sound depressed. I asked you, what would you prefer?
You said cried, and you
Yeah,
went
cried.
for the too extreme.
Okay, well, this time I don't go extreme, but it's the same thing. One talking like the world is crumbling, and the other one says, well, the world is crumbling, but I'm still a stand-up man. What would you prefer? The one that says, I'm still a stand-up man. Because you want your man to stick up for his shit. You understand? That's what you prefer. But at the end of the day, a man that comes to you every time that shit goes to the roof, man, oh man, you're going to question yourself and question who that guy is.
You don't want a man like that. You might say you do, and that's one thing. You know, like I say, women are not realistic. Men are realistic more. Women are not. Like you're more of like, you know, I don't want to even use the word delusional, but like that's how it is. Like, and there's nothing wrong. I'm just saying, like that's how you could be building stuff in your head. Most of the things that you want a man to be is unrealistic. But a man has no excuse. Like, I can't be out here saying because my day went bad or maybe whatever, so I'm just gonna sit at home and not do anything. The next day I have to get up and we look for solutions every day. Yeah. I've been through a lot getting here, right? And I never excuse myself a day why life is like this or whatever. But when you are crying, telling me, I will listen to you. Then I'll try to find solutions for you. But when a man is doing that, like, you seem to be weak. Like, why would I come cry to you? Like,
you know what?
Yeah.
I think the bottom of it is not that they want their men to be vulnerable with them. I think that women are just nosy and they just want to know stuff.
Know stuff, yeah.
So you as a man, you gotta be able to be transparent. Like they want to know if your day is going, like if that day was bad.
Yeah.
I think. Am I wrong? Like, would that be sufficient for you? Like that your man can voice his opinion, like, well, today was pretty difficult, babe. Would that be like sufficient for you?
Yeah. You don't have to cry. I'm not asking. I'm not begging for my man to cry in front of me.
We're talking about him crying, though. Are you okay with a man that cries like about his day and maybe when his business goes south, or maybe?
No, I wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't be, even as a friend, I wouldn't be
able. Like anyone
with him. He comes to me crying and saying how depressed he is. I would be like, Kev, come on, pick your shit up, and we're fixing things.
Yeah,
I'm not the type to be like.
Yeah, she's like female and male is the same thing.
Oh, it's fine. Just because you're a woman, it's fine. Oh, because you're a man, well, it's not okay. What the hell are you doing? For me, it's like, at the end of the day, it's okay to be depressed and have your days, but like, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I want you to, like, there's a video that I saw the other day.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Shit, you is, but I never seen you around here before. You live here?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So how long you been here?
Look, I don't got time. You're not my type anyway.
Okay. All right. So I see who I'm dealing with now. So I'm just you have a nice day. All right.
Broke niggas always got something to say.
What you said?
I said broke niggas always got something to say.
You know me? How you know I'm broke?
You live here, don't you?
Yeah, I stay by myself.
What's that supposed to mean?
Wait, you calling me broke because I stay here?
Yeah.
In the same complex that you stay in?
Yeah.
How that make sense?
Any nigga trying to talk to me has to have their shit together.
Curious to know, what all does a guy need to qualify to date you?
He needs to have his own crib, not an apartment. His own car that's not busted. At least make it 6 figures and know how to treat me like a princess.
How old you is?
22.
You stay here by yourself?
I live with my mom.
This your car?
I share it with her too.
What you do for a living?
I work at Wendy's.
That's it?
Yeah.
So how the f do you expect a nigga to have all that when you ain't got none of it?
What he need to worry about is what he got going on. That's all that matters.
So he got to pull up on you every time y'all hang out. Like, you ain't even got the option to do that for him.
Okay, mind your damn business and go on about your day, trash man.
Where the f that came from?
You taking out the trash, aren't you?
Yeah, like a normal person would.
My nigga would have them come get it from the house.
He still got to take it to the dump. Ma'am, you have a nice day. I hope your delusion come to life.
Delusion? What's that supposed to mean?
You still talking? Broco's always got something to say.
The video, right? I think that goes back to what I was saying, right? Like, women, monkey branch.
That's exaggerated. That's for entertainment. That's
so
exaggerated.
Okay. Based on the video that you watched, what do you think is wrong in this video?
The woman is wrong, A to Z.
I
agree.
Was she wrong for, like, looking for the better option?
Yes, she was, because she's not even as herself. Oh, thank you. She's not herself, like, the better option. Like, she expects the man to be this, and that, but then she doesn't live alone. She doesn't have her own shit going for herself, and she expects the man to have his own things going. I feel like that's too much. Like, I agree with the point that she was wrong from the beginning of the video. Even how she denied him, I feel, was a bit rude, and like, why the man was not just trying to have a conversation. But yeah, like,
so you understand where
I understand,
the
but
delusion that I keep saying, right?
But there's a certain extent that where, for example, I feel like sometimes people exaggerate.
It was a skit.
exaggerate? Are you talking about a woman?
Like it was a skit, but this is reality though.
Yeah.
Like women will not talk like that, and like
Per se,
She's-
I expected.
listen, like for me, after being in my single period, like I'm a cautious man. Okay, I'm a cautious man, and you won't see me like overdoing for someone. Okay, but I work at a bank, like I said, and I see bank accounts, and I can tell you those type of girl, like they have nothing in their bank account, but they will always expect like
believe you.
the most of the world. Understand?
believe you.
So that's reality. But of course, you won't meet a female like talking to you like that recklessly. Like
Do you mind
come
if
on.
I add something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy, but this is for real. A lot of women are like that, and most of men accept that of women being like that. Like some of a lot of rappers, like Moneybagg yo, he's like dating a chick named Ari. She ain't doing none. Yo, she just became like famous because she was the baby mama of another rapper, G Herbo, but she wasn't doing some.
Like she's not bringing anything to the. She just shows up.
Exactly, just to tell you that why is still women like that, like those delusional bitches, is because of those men who accept those chicks too.
Yeah.
So
Just because, and they accept that just because of beauty. Like she's a fit woman with a big ass.
or not even, he's gonna pay you to get a BBL just to be his
That's
chick.
mad. I'm
Agree.
telling you.
That's
Simps.
mad. That's
Simps,
mad.
man.
Yeah, I agree that like men contribute just like how I think one time I was saying that women can change the narrative of men valuing women. Like now men don't value women more compared to before, and women can change the same narrative, same as like men. When you go to an Instagram page, like a model or just random chick, just say she's pretty, have huge ass and tiny waist and all of that. All the likes, most of them when you check it are men, right? And imagine if men are not patronized, are not doing all of that. It's going to put a woman in check.
Brother.
You know that, right? So I agree with what you said. Is
Yeah.
like there are men that, and the crazy part about all of this is you see them talking like saying the craziest of things like you do like you have to do this to a woman and like go over and beyond is because they have it now. Once upon a time that they didn't, they were not talking like that. And most men don't have money like that, but they're responsible. I grew up where I realized that the money that our parents made was little, like very small, but they were able to manage. Like my dad was able to manage. It's the same money that when there's emergency, they use the same money, feed the family, parents, and all of that, right? But fast forward, it's like everything is when somebody makes, and that is the delusion that I keep saying. People watch what is out there and think like that is the bare minimum, or that is the standard. And so when they meet a man, like how she's clearly delusional, and she setting all these standards. She's looking for. Don't get me wrong. Like they say, women monkey branch, and I think hypergamy. She's looking for the best options. I'm not saying what she did was wrong, but in
But
hindsight,
when she was a woman that was running her own business and like making that 6-figure, and then has her own things together, and some random guy without his life together approaches her, would you expect her to still give him a chance?
Well, he clearly has his life together though.
yeah, he did. He
No,
doesn't.
no, but I said like, let's put it that way.
Okay.
He looks like he has his life together, but he doesn't.
Of course.
How will
not.
you know until you give him the chance, though? Like off of face value, you can't know.
For that, I agree. But then again, for example, it's the same thing for the woman.
This happened because she had a mindset thinking because he lives in the same neighborhood, so he
But
doesn't
you
have
live
his
in
shit
that
together.
neighborhood.
Yeah, she did, and
Yeah.
you brought up an important point. So when a woman has her shit together, everything is good. You think she can date somebody down? Men can date down, but why can't women date down?
I feel like we do date down physically.
What?
in the sense
No.
that you don't always date your type, or you don't always end up with someone that's your type. I hear so many friends, well, he's not my usual type, but he's so nice to me, and da 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 da.
But the thing is, the most, like, for most women, not all women, but the most important component for them to date a guy is not the beauty component, is the providing component. That's why Gazo said la monnaie ne fait que m'embellir. Like, money really affects the eye of the woman. It's point blank, period.
That's for real.
The most, like I said, I didn't say all women, but most, like, trust me, like, she can date a 5 out of 10, get married to a 5 out of 10, and then 9 out of 10 show up in front of her, and he doesn't have, like, the capacity to make a business connection. Like, he doesn't drive the nicest car. Like, you think that she's gonna look his way? No way.
But that's what I'm saying. We downgrade our standards to physical, like we downgrade our physical standards.
Nah, but the physics is not the main component for you guys.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, that's not the main. Thank you. That's not the main component. It's not like y'all look beyond. Do you know? Like, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, a woman could be with a not all that night. Let me just go with figures, right? Maybe a 5 or a 4, but because he has money, because there are important things that you look for, just like men. For a man,
what
you don't
is
have to be like really, really pretty. Just respect him and treat him nice. Out of the bunch.
Is that enough though to keep
What?
a man?
That's what I'm saying. A man could commit to you. That commitment, right? And I don't like talking about cheating or maybe
But
like
then
to keep
how-
a man, but he could be out here doing whatever, but he's committed to you. That lady is not getting his commitment. That is the difference. I'm not subscribing that people should be out here doing stuff, but I'm just saying when it happens, you see the commitment. That is why he will not allow somebody, or like he will not disrespect you. Any man that disrespects his woman or allows his side piece or whatever to disrespect his woman is wrong. Totally. Like, that is him not being like smart enough, or maybe being on point because he doesn't respect his woman. But most men that do, they prefer their wife. Look at the divorce rate. Men are not leaving his women. Him being out there doing whatever is just him, being a man. I'm not saying all men are doing that, but being a man, right? But he's committed to that one woman.
But at the end of the day, like, wouldn't commitment be part of that? In a way?
If I say commitment, like a man, like being, we have our nature, right? Men are visual creatures. That okay? Let me put it this way.
Looking wouldn't.
Let me put it this way. Let's say we have 10 men, right? With imams. If I say imam is equivalent to like a pastor, right?
Okay.
And pastors and all these holy people, including all this men, like in the list of the 10 men, right? And we have like 100 women, and all like these 10 men have wives, and we say that they have like their wives are okay for them to partake in whatever, be with all these women. 9 out of 10 of the men, including all these holy people, will join, like they will have sex or do whatever with those 100 women because their wives are okay with it.
Okay.
They are but that does not mean that they don't love their wives.
Yeah, but if the wife is like, to me, if your wife is okay with you going around and doing your thing.
No, I'm just telling you, like,
Do your thing.
I'm not him doing his thing. I'm just telling you,
But the lies,
the ones
the
that you think,
betrayals,
I get, like,
the
not being
disrespect.
like,
At the end of the day, I feel like my man going someone else with someone else is disrespectful to me.
I'm not saying like he should, but I'm just saying like the commitment that you're saying, like
Yeah.
if somebody commits to you. So you see, that's the problem again. A woman is committed to her feelings. I'm just telling you, like men commit, you don't. Like, you don't see the difference, right? Men commit to a woman.
I
You only
honestly
commit
don't.
based, like, okay.
But I
you agree?
feel like I don't, because I'm really loyal to my people. But that's me. But I have to like open my mind to, and not everyone
Let
is
me
me.
make it simple to you. I don't know if you agree with me. A woman only loves a man based on how he makes her feel.
No,
Really?
I loved my ex no matter how he made me feel. I know he made me feel.
Does it? Did
Some type of
that
way
start from the
sometimes.
get go, or he had to get to a certain point for you to love him?
What do you mean?
do you agree that a woman loves a man based on how he makes her feel? You fall in love with a man based on how he makes you feel.
I see what you mean.
Yes or no? Okay, if it's difficult for you, how do you fall in love with a man?
That's a nice question.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can I?
Yeah, you can comment.
Maybe the answer gonna help you guys,
Mhm.
but what I'm saying is, when you're gonna start dating somebody, you have to make sure that he respect your goals. That means if you want to date him because you guys want to move on and have a house, have a kids, then go ahead. If it's the same thing as him, but you gotta respect too. If a man just want to be with you just to have sex, but if you agree with this, don't come and complain about like he's cheating on you because he told you, I want to be in an open relationship, so you accept it.
Will they say it though? I don't
Yeah,
know.
trust me. Best believe he will say it or he will show it.
He'll show it, but he'll
Because-
lie about it. And
Yeah, he will lie about it. But this is, you see, people in our daily life are not honest. So,
agreed.
like I'm saying, is that you always have, even if you marry 10 years with the guy, you always make sure that you're gonna be ready when he's gonna do something wrong to you. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't cry over that. Like, if he cheats, he cheats. Just leave. Just
Yeah, I agree. Like if you can, you have the options to leave. But
if you don't accept that, just don't accept
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Exactly.
I agree with that. If let's say if the man cheats and you're not happy or you can't handle it, like you have the options to leave. But just know for a fact, and that's the problem I keep saying. Like just know for a fact that when a man steps out, he's not stepping out with emotions. You got his emotions. Like you got his feelings. He's committed to you. What I know there are women that do that now, but it's just few. But a man could just have sex with anybody randomly without mixing. He's not even committed. And that's the commitment I'm talking about. He loves you. You have like his all. He will go out there, do whatever, but he comes to you because you are his woman. To him, it was just another woman that he was just, tapping, having sex with.
this.
But it's still disrespectful.
Yeah, but
No, I get it.
this is the
Yeah.
point. This is where I'm trying to come from. Is like you're saying that because this is the thing. Some women will accept it. Some women will
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
no.
So just be honest. Just respect people expectation
Okay.
and choices.
She has to answer the question though. Yeah, she helped you, but you've not answered the question.
Repeat the question, please.
Yeah, like how do you fall in love with a man?
It is with emotions.
Yeah, but how do you fall in love with him? What does he have to do?
What
You
does
to-
he have
to
to
do, yeah.
do?
You asking
God damn.
a thesis.
Jesus. You're making me spill all the beans for the mans out there. I want a little bit of mystery.
Okay.
Yeah,
but do you agree that
I agree that it is
emotions, right?
yes, it is.
You
I
fall
would
in love
say
based on how he makes you feel.
75 or 78%
How he
based
makes
on
you feel.
emotion.
Emotions. So imagine like based on that emotions, and if he is not making you that, meaning based on your emotions, so meaning you are committed to him through your emotions. It's still confusing.
No, it's not confusing. It's just because like I feel like there's so many gray areas where if you make me feel like shit,
Do you know that men don't
Why
fall in
would I
love with
be
a
in a
woman based on feelings? We don't fall in love with a woman based on feelings. I don't fall like. Let's say if you're my woman, it's not about how you sex me, how you do whatever. It's not about emotions. It's more
about
about
what?
how you treat me and how you respect me, right?
but it's not enough.
No, for a
It's
man.
never enough for men.
No. You're not getting. We're talking about love. You're not talking about somebody stepping out. Now we're talking about being committed, right? Like how is a man
So
committed
as
to a
long
woman?
as I respect you, for example,
Yeah, the love that you have for us, it
now
transitions.
I
Like,
respect you.
yeah.
You and then what was the
When
other
you
thing
say you
that she
love
was-
me,
Yeah.
like it reflects into respect to me.
Mm.
But when I say I love you, it reflects into how I make you feel. The things that I say, the things that I do to you.
But I would say not to 100%. That's the thing. You have to keep in mind that you as a man, I look up to you. If I consider you to be
Yeah.
my boyfriend or I want you in my life, I want you to be my husband, is because I look up to you as a person. I feel like your values or qualities, everything, they
But
they speak to me.
yeah, that's the feelings again. It makes you feel some type of way.
Yes, but it's not about how you as a man make me feel.
Everything is
it's
part
all-
of it. Everything that you
But
listed
it's
right
it's
now.
like it's you as a man, you are that person, and I see that and I like that.
How did you get there? It's because of how you feel.
But isn't like if you feel respected,
No, not the man. I'm saying you.
Mm-hmm.
You're conflicting it. I'm saying, right, when I don't know if you understand what we're talking. Like when a woman says she loves,
I understand why she's saying what she said. Like, it's a really difficult topic to say that. Like, even myself, I was asking myself, so, okay, how do I fall in love? I say,
The woman.
okay, well, if that woman is got that potential in her, like, that's what I like, because she can be like my backbone and whatever, blah blah blah.
no,
But
elaborate.
Is it
please.
still? Hold on. But is it still?
I
I
see
won't.
that
I won't
we're-
spill.
we're
I won't spill the
asking.
bean.
We're asking me to
I won't-
elaborate.
Hold
Give
on,
3
Papa,
pointers.
you didn't elaborate. I
Yo,
don't
yo,
wanna- I
yours
don't want
you
to
didn't
spill the
elaborate.
beans too. I don't want to spill the beans too.
Beans.
But what I want to say is,
For the-
hold on,
for the
listen,
woman there.
listen. What I want to say is it still emotional for myself too? That's the question that I'm asking myself. Is it still based on emotion as well? Because I understand what he's saying. Like, at the end of the day, I have to do things to make you feel good about me.
Mm-hmm. I
Like-
agree to a certain, like, at the end of the day, men also have emotions when they get with a woman. It's not, oh, I have zero emotions and I'm just getting with
Yeah,
a woman
but
because she
I
respects
think
is
that
when
the
it's
difference happen is when we commit. I think that when we commit,
Yeah.
it's like the whatever you're doing that make me feel, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I really decide to, you know what, I'm gonna sacrifice everything for that person.
Yeah.
Can
That's the
can I
difference.
add something?
But I'm just finishing. I'm gonna let you go. Like, I'm gonna sacrifice everything for that person. But you guys, it's like it's a continuous contract. Like, you better make me feel the same way as the first day for me to keep like my end of the contract or the bargain. You understand? That I think that's what he's making reference to, and I think I agree with that, because
and the man just has to chill back and relax. That's what
no,
I'm
because
trying to understand.
we're built like, excuse my French, but we're built to put up with bullshit.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's why when we commit, we don't commit with our feelings. We
Feelings.
commit like with a purpose.
Yeah. We don't commit with our feelings.
Yeah, we
I
built
agree
to
that
put
the
up with
main
bullshit.
thing why you commit is not because of the feelings.
Because the
That I
feelings
agree.
fluctuates. Like, so many and that is even dangerous for a man too. But it's more of like feelings, and everything that you say, it leads to like how the man makes you feel. So in as much as you seem like this figure or this type of person, is because of how he made you felt. So it's a consistent thing. Like, it always has to be like that. There might be instances whereby like you let it slide, or like, yeah, I know, like there are, rocky moments and all of that, but he still has to make you feel some type of way. And that's the difference between the previous generation, today's generation. It's more of like when people come together, when there's a commitment. Like, when you ask our mothers, they will tell you that it went beyond love to them. It went beyond feelings. They are not like stuck on their feelings. How I feel. So I'm
Duty.
yeah. Thank you, bro. Thank you. No cap. So it's more of like how the person makes you
But
feel.
it has
So-
to be reciprocated. at
no,
the
for
end
a
of the
man.
day.
For a man.
No,
like,
no, but
we
for
do-
both. If your woman doesn't show up,
No, you do, like, now you're seeing it from the lens of a woman. You don't need to see like the things that you want from us same way like the things that we want from you. We want more of like, like a natural, someone who respects, understands, more cooperative, all these things. It's we are not asking for too much. We are not asking for you to like go like bring us flowers, do this, that, and the third. Sometimes when you do, we understand, like, but we are not asking for all of that. We're just asking for somebody who understands, like somebody
but
who respects you.
understands what? Because like at the end
Understands
of the
you.
day, Yeah, but if you're not open to be open and vulnerable and talk about yourself, and how am I gonna understand
No,
you?
you are like men are like simple creatures. Bro, like it's easy for like a woman to understand a man, but I feel like they tend to like ignore, make it complicated. What do you
Yeah.
mean by understand? Understand is more of like if you're with a man, you do know like you do know his needs, his wants. We're very vocal about it.
So I could be anyone's wife because like if I know that a man needs to eat.
You certainly could be anyone's wife.
No,
but
yeah, I know.
but-
Yes, but
hold on, my point wasn't that. Again, it's a great point, but you could be anyone's wife, but you have to know that you cannot be anyone's wife to anyone. Like you have to make that logical and best choice for yourself to give all that potential to the right guy.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women get in their feelings. They want to start saying, oh, these older men that dating younger women, oh, they want to manipulate them. They want to do this. You know what they're doing? They're trying to make the game fair. The game has never been fair because when we was younger and you was dating the older guys, it wasn't fair. We had to watch you jumping into those whips, watch you doing all these things. So now it's older and you're outside. The problem is when you're 30s and you're out in the outside the festivals, the brunches, you're directly competing with the women in the 20s now. And you expect the men in their 30s to just take you just because, no, it doesn't work like that. So what you've done is you've wasted your prime youth. So if you don't want to be one of these women complaining about it's not fair, I suggest you use your 18 to 28 to secure the guy you want to be with, build with him, and then get on out of here. Because if you're out here in your 30s...
Like, do you agree to whatever that the guy was saying in there?
Honestly, I agree. I fucking agree though.
You do?
You know why I fucking agree?
Yeah.
Because it's crazy, but it's for real. Like us as women, like like you want it or you're not. It's true what they be saying though. But look, if you're a woman and you don't search for a family or
Yeah, you're not looking to
This-
build a family and
for sure you're not gonna agree with this. But
Mhm.
if you wanna look for this, trust me, you're gonna. And oh my fucking god, yo, let me tell you something. You know, in the hood, I saw many women in their 40s now looking for young men or complaining about, child these days taking ornaments. But yo, while you was in high school with the same guy that wanted you for for a while, you was disrespect him. You were like, oh no, I don't want your broke ass. I don't want this. I don't want that. But when the guy make it out in his 40s, and now you wanna go back to this guy who wanted you in high school, and now you see him with a final woman that's younger than you, that's your fault though. Because when he wanted you, you didn't want him. Because you wanted, like he said, go to festival, go to the club. You in your 28, be like, I'm too young to commit to a guy now. Like I have to have fun. But when you make it to your 40s, trust me, best believe you're gonna regret it.
Yeah, like I'm gonna say something. I'll let you go. I think the difference is, and I agree with you 100%. Is do you see the difference more of like the West, in Africa or maybe in our culture? It's more of like they encourage kids to marry early, like girls to marry early, even with guys too. But let's say more about ladies, right? Mm-hmm. But in the West, it's they are encouraged to look for like certain things and to settle in their 30s. And like I keep saying, men are visual creatures, right? So we tend to like we agree with what we see, like just like I was saying, we commit to what we see, actions, how you treat us, how you respect us, what we see visually, right? So if for a man, and men too grow, like men grow differently compared to men. We age differently. The more we age, the more we are more appealing, and including our finances and all of that. But for women, it's different. The more you age, is like you lose value. But they don't like, women don't really see that. It's more of like, to them, when they that's my next question, but I'll let you go. I have a serious question, but I'll let you go, bro.
What I want to say is, female are hella strong. Like God made them hella strong, but they want to have power. That's the issue with them. What I mean by that is, like, when you're strong, you have to use your strength accordingly, right? Like, you're a female, you're beautiful, you have all the options in the world, right? is for you to be wise with that strength. Understand? But instead of being wise, they want power. They want governments, you know? Like we want a position that rule over everything instead of just choosing to put your strength in one thing. So what he's saying is when they're young, instead of, you know what, I'm going to pick the best guy and log that guy and add my strength to his power for us to have a kingdom, you know? Like in a chessboard, like the queen can move all around, do everything. But the kingdom is one square at a time. Understand? So that's the issue. They don't choose to do the right thing at the right time, and then they end up regretting.
That's it. That's fucking sick, though.
Do you agree?
I
Still love you though.
I agree because that's what society, like, I agree with what he's saying. Like, we see women over 30 as less valuable.
Are they?
Hmm?
Are they? From a
Who?
woman's perspective, are they?
Are they less valuable?
I think that you touched a good point on when you said that in some cultures we encourage people to settle early. Like, they get married early, they have kids early, they build early. But here, like now, like my mom had me at 22, and she was with a man that she thought she was gonna spend her whole life with, basically. But I thought I would have that life, but I did not. You see what I mean? Like, I tried looking for it at a young age too, but it didn't work out because I was going with a younger man. I could have gone for an older man. Maybe it would have worked, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh wow. Well, then I have a question, right?
mhm.
It would.
Just do you subscribe to, like, or do you think like younger, like ladies that are young, like probably their early 20s, to go for like older men? If I'm saying old, I'm not
No,
putting a
yeah,
cap on
let's
it.
not exaggerate,
Yeah,
but
but like older men. Why?
why they do it?
You know, why do you think, like, you agree to that, right?
Yeah.
Because you just based on your own
They should
statement,
go
right?
to older men. That's for sure.
But I'm just saying that it could work because they're more serious and they want to build something for real. So if
Okay.
at that young age you're at that point as a woman, because I feel like we're ready earlier in a way to be in something serious.
Do you know do you know the funny thing is, like, on my last, no, yeah, I think on my previous episode, right, when I think I touched based on same topic or something closer, and they say younger women are like their children. Like the lady kept saying that she's a child, like girls that are like in their early 20s are kids, they're still growing. They need they don't have experience. Even when you look at social media today, that's what most women say. Oh, like, you need an older person. Like, it's like they're looking down on, like, you know, younger women. And once upon a time, you were young too, and probably you were even dating older men. Why is it that now for like somebody who's younger dating somebody who's older, they say like they look at girls in their early 20s, probably 19, 20, 21, 22, as young and without experience?
I feel like it's more like that, yes, they're young and they have no experience, but like also because we want to make sure that they're not getting used.
How do you know?
But we don't know. That's what I'm saying. We're trying to make sure. But for me, that's how I see it. I see that as if like they're trying to make sure that they're not being used. Because some women at 20, they're super ready, but some of them are just using the older man, just like we said in our previous conversations. They're just using them for the financial, the whatever they have to bring to the table. So at the end of the day, I feel like that's where the experience comes in, where a woman that knows what she wants, and she'll be a good woman then. But if she's 18 and she doesn't know what she wants, then she might not be experienced and the right fit for that older man. But if she is at 18 and she already knows she has her things together and she's whatever you want to see as a valued woman, and you think that you could marry her, and you do that.
That was going to take me to my final and last question is, do you think DNA, like, we're talking about women, and probably my questions today are just towards, y'all shouldn't come for me, but yeah, do you think DNA should be mandatory at birth?
Oh yes, fucking yes.
For a pregnant woman, do you agree?
Yes, fucking yes.
Why?
Because honestly, at the same time, like women want to make sure that I'm just saying, some women want to make sure like if their man is cheating or not, but also the men want to know like, is this really my kid? Because I know a lot of men who got in trouble with this. Like he thought it was his son or his daughter. He took care of it for 5 years, for fucking 5 years.
Wow.
And so at the end, know that it wasn't his child.
It's heartbreaking.
It's really heartbreaking because at the point when he's gonna have an argument with his chick that he thought he was his baby mom, she gonna be like, oh, anyways, those kids are not your kids.
She told him that point blank. Wow.
This is what you see what I'm talking about, right?
Did she put him on child support for 5 years?
Yeah, I think I saw
Women,
the video as
y'all
well.
are evil.
I saw it.
Stop.
That's what I'm saying. Like y'all are capable of doing a lot of things, but y'all not putting your strength in the right stuff.
Because the society is helping you too as a woman. Trust me, best believe. Yo, trust me. There's a lot of case that is the man should have the custody of the kids. Just because he's the one who give birth doesn't mean that the woman should have the custody always, because it's sometimes the woman who's the evil, not even the dad. The woman and her new baby and her new boyfriend are gonna be evil
she has
towards
like
the
bad
kids.
intentions, or she's not the best mom.
You know what you're seeing right now? I heard a story recently. What happened is there was a couple. The mom was a schizophrenic, okay, and the dad was normal, but she once called the cop to say that the dad abused her or whatever, okay. So he's fighting the case, okay. So social services took the kid out of the house, okay. So he's fighting the case to say like, I didn't do anything, whatever. And then at some point, social services, what they do is they take the kid, they give back to the mom. And at the same time, in the case, she admit that she called on purpose and she said a bunch of shit. But because the kids was pendant, they give the kid to the mom, and the mom killed the kid.
What?
2 days after. 2 days, she killed the kid. And the dad was the most like qualified
capable, like somebody
to have the kids.
Wow.
But because he had that case of abuse, mind you, she was registered as a schizophrenic, like throwing tempers type of shit, everything. But all because of that case, they give the kid to the mom.
It's throughout history. I always say like Africans copy, and they copy blindly. And I think it's not even Africans. It's about this black skin, right? It's everywhere. Wherever that you see a black person, mostly they copy blindly and they overdo. Look at like how we copy like cultures that are not trends, that are not ours, and we overdo it. Even when this white or this feminism started, it was more of like for white people, like for white women, and our black sister jumped on it, and now they are the one even making too much noise about it. That
was a white stuff. I wasn't in the black community at all.
Yeah, so now like they do it more, and even with now like you don't even hear them saying I don't need a man. It's more of like black people, and it's so. And I'm scared if like imagine if this. It's even in Africa a little bit, but let's just say if it settles down over there, I don't think it will, because it's more of like patriarchy over there. And they're no subject. Look at what you said earlier, right?
Yeah.
They give the child to the mother.
Yeah.
In as much as they know that like she's not like
she wasn't
like
qualified
healthy,
to.
qualified, like healthy, like stable to be able to. But they give because like the West is controlled by women. Like women have power, right? And with this power, it's just sad. Like we talk about DNA being mandatory, and I hear people fighting it. And I've been watching paternity court, and you could clearly see this could be avoided by birth, but they won't. And the government wants to make money out of it. And the crazy part about it is, if you are put on child support, bro, even with DNA, that shows that you're not a child. It's hard for them to take your name off of child support.
Listen,
Even with the government.
I agree with prenups, but if at childbirth I have to take a DNA test,
Yeah.
I got to be 100%. Like I'm not.
That means
I'm
that
not.
you
The
don't
trust
trust.
is off. Like the trust is off.
To me, I
And
get
I
it.
understand why they do it, but
Yeah. I
that's,
get it when it's not a couple.
Yeah.
Like, it should be mandatory if required by one of the parties. Like, if for example, I'm pregnant, I come to you, I'm like, it's yours, and you want to require one, I shouldn't be able to say no.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with
If
that.
ever I ask,
Yeah.
Or
But
she-
if we're in a committed relationship, and then you ask me
That would
after
be
like
crazy.
5 years of dating,
that would be crazy.
But
we're
do you know-
married,
but do
and then
know
you
that-
ask me
but
to
do you
take
know-
a test.
But do you know that, like, in a situation like that, it's more of like we cater more about women's feelings than the fact. The fact here is the man has to know, and it's gonna also be like it's gonna also favor the child. The child also has to know who the dad is.
Yeah, but the trust is gone if you're
No,
married to that
no, it's
person
not
and you
about that.
require
It's
the
not about
DNA.
maybe there might be something that triggered him asking. You know, men don't just up and do stuff.
What will trigger that?
No, maybe probably you did something or you saw something on your phone, whatever it is, right? There's always going to be something that triggers like
but it's
this-
still the trust.
and sometimes it doesn't even start from there. It's like probably years later, and like the guy will. We have an incident whereby it happened in Ghana, because I'm from Ghana, and he fathered like 3 kids, and for 21 years, like later, he didn't know that the kids weren't his until, and the woman knew, but she was just there, meaning like all the 3 kids, she was having sex with somebody outside her marriage and bringing the kids back because the man is rich. And all these 3 kids, they know this man to be their father, which like he's not. And look at the trauma, right? This
Yeah.
could have been prevented by, and he did DNA. That was how come he knew, because I think people were like, something happened. There's always going to be something that's going
Yeah.
to trigger. And I'm saying, right, you're talking about
But
your
it's still
feelings.
trust. But
No,
it's still
let's put the
the
trust.
man's feeling.
No, it's not about that. It's more.
How is that logical?
Right now, you're talking about 2 individuals, aside from you, the mother.
That's all.
You know that, right? We are talking about 2 individuals in the question, aside from you, the mother. Let's put your feelings and your trust aside, because the DNA will
But
prove
if it's
that.
not trust,
Let's say
why
something.
would you ask?
No, let's just say something triggered. I agree with you. You're talking about trust. Why are you asking? But let's just say we are considering 2 people here,
Yeah.
2 humans.
Yeah.
Let's just say if it's not the dad, the child has the right to know who his father is, or who her father is,
Yeah.
right? So, but like again, the society caters to a woman's feelings. It's like how I feel, and I'm not gonna trust. Yeah, don't trust me no more. At least I know if the child is mine or not. If you like, if you don't want to be in this marriage anymore, I understand.
you would want that what pretty much be a law.
No, if it's a law, it helps a lot of people, bro. Like right now, imagine the only person that knows who the father is the mother. Unless a
Sometimes
woman, if
sometimes
she's
a-
promiscuous,
if she's out there, she won't know.
and that again, that factors into why it's very important.
Yeah.
Right. We are not saying like a married woman. They say married.
Some
people,
of them too.
yeah, they say even married people, like married
Yeah.
couples, cheat more compared to like people that are in relationships.
Yeah, some
or
of them
single.
do too.
So here's the case,
oh man.
and like some women always pin the child to the stand-up guy, the one that is responsible, the one that she thinks is going to step up, right? She might know like the dad might be like Pookie and Ray Ray, or maybe somebody down the street who's not responsible, but she's going to pin like the child to whoever that, and it's sad. Like women do that.
Yeah, they do.
Women, and imagine back in the day, right? Imagine our fathers that fathered a lot of kids that they ain't. Like it's not like the kids and theirs, but there wasn't DNA back then. It happened. I'm not saying now it's more, but back in the day, there were a lot of mothers that were just, they were out there like
They
that.
were doing their
They
thing.
were out there like that. So DNA to me, I think is like being okay. You're disagreeing that it shouldn't be a law.
No, like
No,
no.
he
If it's a law,
Exactly.
it's better.
Yeah.
it's better because it's mandatory. Like when a kid
You
is
do it.
born,
You do it. You just do it.
Before you
You
sign
have
the,
to- you
sign
have
the,
to.
Before
Yeah.
you sign anything,
You have
DNA.
to. You have to. Like that's
Right
but
there and then.
If it's like an option that anyone, like any fathers can take, that would be crazy. Like
That would create some
Yeah.
drama.
while she's holding the baby, I'm like, he's like,
Yeah.
Doc,
Yeah.
I know.
I need a test.
can you take a blood,
I know
can you
I
take a blood
said-
sample?
Trying to see if it's mine.
And
He
she's
doesn't
like,
look like me.
she's like, what are you saying now? Doc, just take the blood sample.
I know earlier I said this should be my last question, and the conversation is very interesting.
Yeah.
But this I'm doing this because most of the question that I asked was geared towards women, and this has to be like towards men, right? Do you do you think men? It's gonna be questions about like the answer will come from a man. But do you think men have sex with multiple women because of insecurities?
Oh, good question.
Yeah. No, don't answer yet. I want the woman to.
I got my hot take. Okay.
Good question. I don't know. I would think, well, I would hope not. But then again, when I look at patterns of people around me, it's like for your ego and not for your insecurity per se, but maybe for your ego. Yeah, I can tap that.
Because it was a woman who said that.
No.
No, I'm saying it was a woman that said like confidently that men have sex with women because of insecurity, multiple
I
women.
wouldn't think so.
You don't think so?
I wouldn't think so.
Some of them because they lack of masculinity. Which
Okay.
mean I'm saying some men think like by fucking a bunch of women is being a man.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
I see what you mean.
Some, not all of
I don't
it,
think most men, like I wouldn't say that with my whole chest.
but some. And
I would be like very little. There's some like 2%.
and talking about financially, when I think about it, some men love to have a bunch of women and take care of. Like this, they will feel like they are providers, they king, you know.
Okay.
And when we think about it, you know, when we go to some tributes in Africa, you know, the polygamy.
Yeah.
People out here in Western gonna be like, oh, this is wrong, this is bad because this is not like he's not being loyal and whatever. It's not about the question about being loyal or this or that.
Well,
It's
actually, he's being loyal to his
exactly-
woman because
exactly.
he's true to them and he's letting them know.
And if you had a lot of women, that means that you can provide them. You have money, you have financially,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, and you know how to take care of. It's not everyone who can be polygam. It's
Yeah.
only
Agreed.
the kings. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
I
can
see what
provide
you're
to his
saying.
woman and stuff. So when we go back to your question about do men's fuck multiple women's just because they have insecurities,
Insecurities, yeah.
best believe it's just because of lack of masculinity. But I mean, like they can fuck a lot of women, but they cannot provide them. You know what I mean?
They can't
Okay.
provide for them, but they can fuck them. So exactly,
Exactly.
it boosts. But I don't think it's insecure. I think it's more about the ego.
Yeah, the
Okay.
ego.
I think.
Well, there's a money in your midst, so I'll
All right.
yeah.
I got one question for you, brother.
Oh,
What sports do you like? Soccer? You like football?
Like I used to, but like now, like I'm like mostly I watch movies. Like I don't have time for like
But
sports.
Do you like sports? What
Yeah,
kind of
about football.
Okay, football. Okay. I'm gonna take movies. That's your new hobby right now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, movies.
Okay. You did you watch Creed already?
No, not yet. But
Okay,
I'm more of
if-
like watching scary movies.
If tomorrow you have time to go watch Creed,
Yeah.
you should go?
Yeah.
Okay. You have scary movies?
No, I love scary movies. Yeah.
Okay. There's the new Scream that's gonna be released soon though. Later in March.
Scream, okay. All right.
Yeah. When you got time, would you go?
No, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
But
sex
if
is
you recommend him for bad,
what I want to say is sex is most likely a hobby or a sport for the majority of men. It's not linked to any lack of masculinity or insecurity or whatever. If I can do it, I will do it.
that sucks.
Sex is like taking a piss.
With-
There's no investment.
without emotions.
I agree, but I agree.
Listen, I didn't say like
it's a statement, like where
fellas, if you can't go around the fuck. No, I didn't say that. But I'm saying that
I just want to bust a
For
nut.
most men, the majority of men, sex is like taking a piss or go for sports.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So this is why some women's don't have trust issues, and also that's why they we were saying that they don't want a commitment anymore, because if we hear that man said things like that, we just now we oh my god, I gotta be careful. You know what I mean?
But
That's scary though.
May I say? I'm gonna say
fuck
something.
around.
I'm gonna say
It's
something
there.
that y'all.
This-
I'm gonna say that something that you both won't agree, but I'm pretty certain that it is not the case. Like y'all saying that what I said brings the fact that okay, women won't be ready to commit to a relationship or whatever, because there's some men out there who's running around and doing sports. All right,
No,
but
I agree.
But I believe that most men are honest about doing sports, and they're not lying
No, I do
to
agree.
do sports.
I do fucking agree with him, because some guys.
Most, I said most,
No, but I agree. I do really agree.
especially in that society. Coco,
No, I think like women can't handle the truth, and when like that's what you were saying, like you're scared, like when we are straightforward and direct, it's hard for women to
This is the thing. I wanted to add it something.
Yeah.
Not about you.
Is like he said, like you said, some women cannot handle truth, and some women can. But this is the thing. Like me, one time, I just want to say my experience. A guy just told me that we're not getting into a relationship. Like, I'm just gonna fuck you and then leave you.
That's fine.
That's fine. All right.
Thank you for being
all right.
honest. That's
And
all
then
I'm asking.
I left, because
exactly.
I don't want to complain. Like, I respect your choice. If you want to be like that, you're gonna be like that. If you want to,
But
if
not
you
with
love
me.
doing sport, you love sport, but not with me. But there's some man who's not gonna tell you this.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
There's
say
no
anything.
fucking man them not gonna tell you this.
what
Not
are
men
they,
enough to
what
tell
are
you
they
this.
gonna say though?
They're
That's
gonna
my
lie and
question.
say that they're ready for they're not ready yet for the relationship, but they want you around because they care about you and you mean so much to me.
And they lack
And
of
I do
emotion.
see you as a
Exactly.
wife,
But
know.
what did
But-
he say?
Right now.
What did
I'm
he
not
say
ready.
first? What did he say first?
But he has to say all
But
of
I
that to
want
get
you
your
to stay
attention.
with me and
But
be
what
with
did
me.
he say first?
No, like a man has to say all of that to get your attention.
I am not
do you
ready to
What you
be
just
in
said,
a
right?
relationship.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he didn't lie.
He lied because, like, at the end of the day, you're saying to me, "Oh yeah, one day I'm working on my shit. I'm working on myself and da da da." But he's not really working on himself. He's out there just having fun and just running around, and that's not like.
No, I don't think he's saying men should go out there to be doing that. But I'm just saying.
But me, from what I'm explaining right now,
yeah.
that's the situation I'm explaining right now. The man that is actually working on himself and is actually not ready and says he's not ready, take it as face value. But if he isn't ready and he's not working on himself,
What
are we doing here?
There's not ready and there's working on himself. Okay. Why I separate the both of those is female or distraction. So if you're working on yourself, you shouldn't mess with females in the first place. Okay. And if you're not ready, you're just not ready. You can't be like up to 7 figures, whatever, but he's not ready for commitment. So as of right now, he's just fucking around.
yeah. But like at the end of the day, like someone that says that they're not ready, they're working on themselves. They're not ready because they are working on themselves. That's your reason?
There shouldn't fuck with anyone.
Thank you. That's my point.
Yeah, but at least like the guy that we are talking about, the guy that fucking around will tell you that he's not ready. At least he's been honest.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
1000%.
Honesty is the best policy.
Exactly.
I think.
So there's no issue.
Yeah, so I agree with him.
There's no issue for the sports if you tell me I'm just in it to do sports. If I'm interested in that, I'll stay. If I'm not, I'll leave.
You know, men, like women can handle rejection, men can. So most of the times, like for a man, he knows like when he tells you the truth, which I agree, like just give the person the option if she wants to be in it or not.
Yeah.
But because women can't handle the truth, most of the times men tend to lie. That's why men lie, because they can't handle the truth. And for him to like risk
Blaming
losing
us for y'all lying.
for him
that's
to like
crazy.
for him to like risk,
Just fix your behavior. Stop blaming other people.
No, no,
Just
no,
fix
it's not
it.
the
But
be-
not you, but like
Well, we can say the same thing for the pay gap situation.
Paid girl?
Pay gap situation.
Pay gap. What do you mean?
Yeah, they say there's a gender pay gap.
Yeah.
I don't
So
believe
when
in
we
that.
work hard and
That
we put
doesn't-
in
that doesn't
the
exist.
the
Yeah,
exact.
it doesn't. It
That
doesn't.
doesn't exist.
No, I really agree with
Doesn't.
you what you said when I think about it. You know when the
No,
at the
let's
first-
continue
I'm gonna
on the
answer you.
subject.
I'm gonna answer you. No,
No,
don't be like that.
Okay,
Go ahead.
finish your point. Yeah.
when she was saying about like if the woman is not like her shape, like she get fat or whatever,
Yeah.
and the man go look around. This is what you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you said, women cannot handle the truth, but men will tend to lie, because when you think about it, when a guy is commit, he's commit by respecting you too, and caring about how you feel too.
Mhm.
Because I'm gonna be honest, because why would he lie if he could tell you the truth, but he knew that you couldn't handle the truth? So which means that he gotta lie. Because you know what I mean, like it's now I understand like what is coming in when it comes to you guys, to us women.
Yeah.
When you guys commitment is like when you said it later on, you guys were like, oh, a woman just can't respect me, be nice to me, and I'm gonna be in love with her, right? But this is now I understand what you said first of all, and that's why I really understand, because if you're a guy and you tell your woman like, yo, you know what, like imagine like you having sex, and after that like he didn't like it, but he's gonna tell you, some women's gonna be like, oh, well, that means that you fucking another woman, this that but no, he's just telling you the truth, that he's just telling you that how he would like to be in bed, But if you tell this to a woman, some women will like, oh, that's me, you be fucking other chicks, that's why you don't like how I fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Assumption.
That is sad.
Excuse me. It has happened a couple of times whereby a woman will say, like, just tell me the truth, I can handle it. And once then she her feminine qualities, kicks in. Then there are a lot of things that I keep telling men that they shouldn't, like, you lying is you protecting your woman and not letting her go through that emotional cycle or whatever. See, even if like you're not feeling your woman, let's just say you have a child for him and all of that, and you're not finding her like sexy like before. You, like, as a man, just be careful. Like, I think men do know that, so they don't tend to say certain things. They just keep quiet. Because once they say it, they know. Like, a man who tells you like that, if he's not like kind of like careful with the things or the words that he says to you, and he just say it in your face, he doesn't really care how you feel.
But that's why it's important that the man have to be he has to keep the alpha in him.
Yeah.
What I mean is that the woman's gonna tell you some, but something is fucked up. Like, she's gonna say fuck your mom, but has a man what? No, like I'm
example,
saying,
but
like,
that's crazy.
You see, like I mean, look, example. I'm gonna tell you some. If a woman tell her husband, "Oh, you ain't doing shit out here, you jobless and stuff," if the man say something, she's gonna be like, "Oh, you disrespectful. Like, why you talking back when I talk you? I'm your woman. You should listen to me."
But even the way she spoke about that would be disrespectful. So I don't know.
No, because I understand what you said, but
Yeah.
I know like some women
woman
that I see that is like, no, the man should shut the fuck up because I'm the one who gave birth, who did this, who did that. Or example, like, when a woman's gonna beat up his man, like physically, like people gonna be like, ha, like he's getting beat up, he's a pussy wool and all that. But when it comes to a man who's defending himself and like she hit him and he hit it back, oh, he's a fucking woman beater. And I'm just trying to say that is
Yes, double standard.
Yeah, double standard.
exactly
Yeah.
double standards.
Speaking of double standard and the truth and how to say things,
Exactly.
we had a prime example, and I want to take the time to address this. Okay, we had a prime example, like when we talk about the gender pay gap.
Mm-hmm.
What we said is it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So Okay, that's the truth, but how we said it was pretty raw to digest. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't exist. Okay, the statistics are based on yearly salaries, not hourly rates. Okay, and we both knows that women have maternity leaves. Okay, men's are more tend to do extra hours, overtimes. Men's are competitive in the workplace, so they will fight to have bigger and higher rank in the society in the workplace. So there's a lot of things that affect the wage, but the pay gap is not based on hourly. Like, think about this: if you own a company, okay, and you can it's right, like you can pay less for females. Why would you hire males?
You asking me the question?
Yeah.
Or the
If you own a
panelists?
company and it's right in front of the government that you can pay women less, why would you hire men?
Yeah, that's common sense.
You will make more money by hiring a bunch just females in the workplace. You will make more money because you will have to pay them less.
And do you know the crazy thing is, like,
Uh-huh.
when you Google it right now, you could equally see, like, let's just say if you have a job, like, your job title or whatever that you're applying for, you could equally see how much it goes for, how much people are paid. Like, probably a computer science or maybe a nurse or whatever. You could know how much you're paid an hour. So where is the gender pay gap? It's unrealistic.
It's all about like, us men, we gotta be careful with semantics, how we say things. Like, I know, like, we're not the biggest at how to formulate things or articulate things. Like she said, like, with men's, it's not that we're not patient, we're just direct, blunt, honest. Like, bro, you're ugly. Boom.
Yeah, we take it.
But to a woman, we cannot go, man, you ugly. Like, they're gonna take it at another level. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, so I agree, and like he said earlier, men don't be having sex because of insecurities. Is when I heard it, I'm like, what? I'm a man, like,
It's a bit confusing.
yeah, like it's no more of, like, it's not about insecurities. I think women are trying to understand men and they can't, so they make up this thing in their head, like, this is how men are, and I can't sit here and say, and like, I could tell how women move. Like, let's say you being a pregnant woman, I can literally tell you how you feel, because I know you go through certain things that I can't comprehend because I'm not a woman. So when a man is, like, expressing how, like, men, like, how men feel, or how men move, or how men are, and it's like it's alien to women. Like, what? Why would he be doing, like, that's how men, we operate like that, right? So it has nothing to do with insecurity. It's more of like you said, it's a hobby. I didn't say it. He did. So it's a hobby.
He said it.
That was the cleanest way to display it. Like,
Yeah.
sports, hobby, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Sucks, but it is.
So do like, I'm gonna go, like, do y'all, like, have any final say? What is your takeaway, or takeaway based on, like, the conversation that we had, and and I'll end up the show.
I don't know.
Let's start with you.
No, let's start with y'all.
No, we started all the time. We started that way or in the middle.
You not ready?
Tired of this, Grandpa.
I just don't know. I just don't want to say bullshit. I keep thinking about what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm gonna go with mine. Plain simple.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say female or male, like, just trying to be better humans. That's it. Like, there's bigger things to just living the present moment. So yeah, be better
It's not like
humans.
it's not like a battle. It's not like a gender war. It's more of, like, understanding.
It
the goal.
is there in
Yeah.
gender war or some.
There is one.
There is one, but
There is one, and it's
if
sad.
we just take the time to reflect on ourselves and be better humans, like, this war wouldn't happen. Like, we have to be allies. Like, we were built to be allies. Since
Yeah.
the beginning of time, we were
So-
built to be allies.
So why are we fighting and blaming
Like, she
the
was
other
made to
opposite,
feed.
the opposite sex?
Yeah, she was made to feed something that I didn't had. Understand? And when she came to have someone who can guide her like through the world. You feel me? So yeah, just reflect on being better humans, people. Come on.
I would say let's stop blaming the opposite sex and just try to understand them better, woman or man. And being in a relationship is a commitment, and you're in it as a team. So bring your best foot forward.
Yeah, when you talk about like not blaming, I think when people start talking about more of I don't need this, I don't need that. Like I think we need each other.
Exactly, 100%.
You do, okay.
I need a man in my life.
That's the spirit.
You got your thoughts?
Yeah. But I know that I'm being annoying by saying this every time. But honestly, all I gotta say is that, we were talking about men and women, but I just want to say to the audience, black men and black women should stop hating on each other.
I'm gonna end this show, and if you're new to the channel, can you please subscribe and press the notification icon for more content.